Welcome to the Ben Mallah podcast, where Ben Mallah and the crew are going to answer your real estate questions. If you'd like to submit your question, go to benmallah.com/podcast. Aaron's going to read super chats, and to get guaranteed call on the show, go to benmallah.com/shop and get fast pass. Hey Ben, Jimmy, how are you guys? Aaron.
Great. I just dropped in to see what kind of condition your condition's in. How's Aaron feeling today? I heard you got a little sniffle.
Everybody, I'm kind of under the weather right now, so sorry if I might mess up some of the super chats, but I'm gonna try my best.
Send them in.
We forgive
Send
you.
the super chats.
We're still doing it.
Ben, what's your schedule this weekend?
This weekend, number one, if you wanted a private meeting, we're booked. Okay, we booked up all the private meetings I can handle, and we still got tickets to the show. We still got rooms, but there's a limit. We can't, pack the place in. This is only for the few select people that want to come down and hang out and talk about making some money. The real estate market's in crazy land right now. Let's try to figure out an angle.
Ben, I said this weekend. Next weekend's the big
Who
show.
cares about this weekend?
Well, you're going down to your boat. I think people want to know what you're doing down there.
I'm going down there to make sure everything's ready for the show. Make sure the hotel's in good shape, because I don't want people traveling all the way over there to come stay in my hotel and the shit don't look right. So I'm going to go down there. I'm going to get with Vincent. I'm going to get with Brenda, and we're going to make sure we're all ready. Okay, because we don't want to look like idiots.
And then next weekend's the show.
Next weekend, we got 10 days, baby. 10 days.
10 days.
You better get your ticket. You better get a room. You better get. Listen to this. If you get a room, if you buy for the price of a room for two people with 2 tickets, right?
I'm listening.
For that price, you're basically getting a room for free because the tickets are $1.99. So if you get a room for $1.99, what's that?
I'm confused.
Two cost $1.99. You get the room for the same price as the tickets. What else do you ask for? So anyway, listen, book your tickets. Go to benmail.com. Get on the Marriott site or whatever. Book the room. Book a ticket. Come on down. What do you got to lose? You got something better to do? Come on. You going to hang out with me? Will you stop coughing? You got to go.
It's the first family of real estate going to be there.
No, Trump will not be there.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about you. You got the first family of real estate. Is Paulie got to be there?
Hopefully, Paulie will be there.
All right. That's what your admission right off the bat.
I have people there to talk to people. Carla will show anybody how to make a good cocktail.
Aaron, if he's well, he'll be there. Little Ben will be there, right?
Ben will be there. Vincent will be there. We'll have plenty of people there. All ready to hang out, have a good time.
And they'll be milling around taking pictures.
It's only a select type of people. People like, unfortunately, like yourself, wouldn't come to this. You know why?
But I'm real
you don't
estate.
fit in. I'm sorry. You got to get in where you fit in. So if you fit in with making money in real estate and you want to make some moves, then you better come to the show and hang out with us and let's get down to business. Okay? Because that's what we're planning on doing. And have a good time at that. All right, what do we got? You got anybody chatting? Send your super chats in. Go to benmail.com/podcast and get on with us right now. You can be live with us right now. Go ask, what do you call it? Fast pass? Yeah. Well, fast pass with a Polish ass.
Look, while the people are doing the fast pass and jumping in, let me tell you what I did today.
What'd you do today?
I did 5 radio stations promoting our this Sunday. It's going to be E-Entertainment. It's about the first making of WrestleMania 1. It's going to be on Sunday night. And that's what I was doing today, doing promotion for the WWE, doing all that. So hopefully if you have a chance, I know you'll be on your boat this weekend, okay? So if you get a chance, I know they got 2 TVs on the boat. Maybe you can watch it, okay?
And I figured out why you're not on. Were you ever on any of the Dark Side of Wrestlings? There's a reason why you're not. I know that.
I did a couple of them, one for Randy Savage to them, but they didn't like me being on it because I didn't talk any trash.
I mean, that's
everything was good that I do
you're
stuff with.
You're not a dark guy. You're a light guy. You're about the sun shining. Everything's great. Everybody's happy.
Beautiful. Well, that's why I'm with you, Mr. Sunshine.
Unfortunately, the dark stuff sells. The evil, that stuff sells. But you're the opposite. So sorry, Jimmy.
But once again, the first family of real estate will be done.
I know you know a lot of stuff, but you don't tell. You don't tell about anybody's business.
It's a secret.
Jimmy Hart will not tell you about anybody's business, and he knows plenty.
Everything is beautiful.
And that's great. He lives that way.
You get more phone calls to come in now about real estate. I'm just here to listen about real estate because I know nothing about real estate. So you got the floor, big man.
You know about real estate. You're living in a goddamn $30 million mansion. Okay, and they costing you a dime.
Listen, I drive a Kia. Rolls Royces all around the house, and I've got a Kia. So it's
Brand
lucky I
new.
didn't get banned from being here.
Brand
And
new
then
Kia.
I know brand new Kia, but it's okay. And so it's doing good.
Nice car. I rode it. It's very nice.
But I love it here. This is great. This is a great place. The ocean's in the back. You got a $9,000 mailbox out front that I hope nobody comes around and loops around and pulls it out.
Don't give them no ideas.
Oh, please. Nobody's going to get it out of there. It's sand. It's concreted in.
Anyway, I'm going to tell you what happened to me yesterday. I get a phone call yesterday because some ding-dongs.
This is good. Go ahead.
They actually, let me tell you, fraud is going crazy. That's how you know the economy is going really bad, because fraud goes up and crime goes up. Okay, because people are desperate. They have taken our somehow somebody got a copy of our check. They photocopied it and used our account number and our crap and went to the bank and cashed checks. It's crazy. Well, yesterday the bank called and said, hey, somebody's cashing a check. Nope, that check's no good. Bam. Police come, the person got arrested. Maybe we'll put a stop to it. But I'm telling you right now, fraud is everywhere. So be careful and be secure. What do we got? Anything tonight? Anybody want to call in? Come on. We need somebody to talk to. Who out there got a problem? Go on, get a fast pass.
So thank you to IGH Properties.
IGH.
For the $400.
IGH. Man, let me tell you something, Rafal. If you don't do something for that guy, for all the money he helps pay your salary, and you better do something for that guy. That guy is so great, Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And let me tell you something. A guy like that, we're friends for life, okay? If that guy ever needed me, I don't care. I'm always going to be there for him because, he gave a damn. He promoted the channel. He helped feed the Pollock. And he's going to help all that money to help you. You're putting a down payment on a house soon, aren't you?
That's right.
Did you give him a Ben Mallah ashtray with your face on?
He got a bunch of ashtrays.
I'll give him. I'm going to invite the guy over my boat. That's not going to do. I'm going to take him out on my yacht. That's not going to do.
I like that.
People are nice to you. I like to be nice back to them. And that's the way everybody should live. And that's why we have problems in this household sometimes, because people don't forget, I'm the goddamn nice one. Okay? I'm the one doing everything.
Hey, Don Corleone, let me ask you one thing here. Have you ever thought about doing like TMZ, getting one of those big buses with your face and everything on it, and having a tour next time you have something here in Tampa where the tour bus can come by your house and see it, take you over to John's Pass that you own, take you out on the little boat that runs on the water and runs on the thing, take them by to eat Indian food at Happy's restaurant over there that he's putting in?
Let me tell you something. He just showed me today. He's doing Indian curry. He's going to call it curry in a hurry.
Oh, I like it.
He's doing curry or Indian food and vegan at our Holiday Inn at 700 Northwest Shore. If you come to Tampa, stay at the Holiday Inn. It's right in the airport. Or go to the 4 Point Sheraton right down the block. All right? But seriously, come down and stay in our hotel. Why? Because we got empty rooms this weekend. We need bookings.
Yeah. Speaking of that, IGH had a message for everybody. The live event is 100% worth it. I have been to every one of them. Come meet Ben and the gang.
Listen, we're not there to rip you off. We're not there to sell you some crazy course. We're just there to hang out and help you. Okay? So you can finally go somewhere with a clear head knowing you're not coming somewhere to get scammed. All right? We make money in real estate in the good times, in the bad times, and even in the rainy times. So come on down and hang out with us. Meet the gang. It's different when you meet somebody live in person, It makes it more personal, And then when you watch the videos, I hung out with him. I mean, who better you going to hang out with and try to help you in life? So if you want to make money, you want to do something in real estate, come to the show, come stay at the hotel, come hang out with us.
Tell them about the deal you made last week, you and Little Ben.
I already told everybody.
I know,
it was a video. You should have watched it. You did watch it.
I did watch it.
You just don't pay attention.
You need to let them know about it. You got new.
We made the biggest deal of our career, and now every night and every day, my brain is on finding replacement properties. I already have a bunch I'm working because I'm not stupid. I didn't wait till the last minute, but I'm also looking for the next big deal. Okay, so at night I can't sleep, and in the daytime I'm so damn tired. So I gotta, I don't know. I may put something to make me go to sleep. All right, what do we got?
We got a caller.
We have a caller. How are you?
Hey, Ben. How you doing? How's the Ben Mallah clan?
The what?
How's
the Banana Club? Oh, the Banana Club. Everything's great. Everything's fine. I just need to find the next deal.
Congratulations on that apartment complex, my friend.
All right. So what's up?
Yeah. Okay. So I was looking at a spot on a highway. It's about 5 acres, and they have a small convenience store that's need to be honestly demolished. And it also comes with a hotel a small motel, like highway motel, about 20 rooms, and a restaurant that's
Call
closed
them
down.
stabbing cabin.
Standing
Is it a
cabin,
stab-
exactly.
Is it a
So,
stabbing cabin?
Stabbing, yeah, it's a small town, and that town has no other hotel. To be honest with you, so that will be the only place that people want to sleep in if they want to visit that town. But I have experience in the gas station business, but I have no experience in the hotel business. And the gentleman who's selling it, he doesn't have numbers for the hotel because it's his family who's living in it, and they pretty much like it's a cash thing that they do out of. I don't know. He didn't go into details about it, but
I mean,
anyways,
the problem is you need to go into details. You need to get me on the phone, and we need to have a private
yes,
conversation. We need to sit down and figure out what's going on. Is that hotel making
yeah,
any money? Can it make any money? What's the story? And we got to get deep into the deal. We got to get our meat, get our teeth into the deal. So, it
yeah,
sounds like, if you're in the gas station business and it comes with a gas station, right?
yeah.
Well,
It's gonna
well
be
then you're mostly there. Now we got to see if the motel can get you some more icing on the cake. Are you going to make money in the gas station?
we should, because the traffic is pretty high. The traffic on that highway is pretty high. Trucks and things like that.
Are you going to make improvements to the convenience store? Are you going to fix the place up? What are you going to do?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to add a new store, new building to accommodate other things like a restaurant and showers for the truckers and
Yeah, you're
and
talking.
have now
Now
gift
you're
shop.
talking.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
more you
I,
give, the more you give to the customer, the more you'll get. If you give
yes.
them more amenities, they're going to come there.
Oh yeah. I see. I have experience. I have 13, 20 years of experience.
Very good.
Yeah, management and owning the businesses too. So I graduated. I climbed up the ladder. So I kind of have a lot of experience in the gas station business. But I figured I'd ask you about the hotel, because overall, the price is good, but it's not right now. It's not doing great. It's like
All right.
diamond
Well,
in the rough. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. You got to take those and turn them into diamonds. But get a hold of me at benmal.com. Let's talk numbers. Let's talk, what your debt's going to be, what your fix-up costs are going to be. We'll talk about everything and put that whole goddamn deal on paper. So get a hold of me, and it sounds like a good opportunity. How about if you put a sauna in so the truck drivers could steam, relax, and
You know what? That's a good idea. I never heard of that.
let them sweat it out. For
I
a little
saw
while.
you. I saw some of your videos. You almost bought a gas station. Honestly, you should get into that because it's a good business, especially the travel centers.
Well, I heard
It's
you don't
good.
make any money on the gas. You only make money on the convenience store. That's what I heard.
You could, if you do good service, you could make money on everything.
How about a car wash? You got any car? You want to put a car wash in? $1 million. Right? How
Car
about the shed
washes.
service? How about if you just put in a bay for, I don't know, with a gun? That don't help, I guess. No, for people out on the road, they just want to wash down their car and not
Yeah,
give it a
travel centers, they don't do good with car washes because most of everybody traveling through, they're not.
Yeah, they're just
they don't
gonna
wanna
get
wash their
dirty again. You're right. I don't
Yeah.
know shit. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
but
what else? What else? You
you
gonna put
remember
in, maybe
I talked to
the
you.
hotel rooms would be nice for people on long trips, but maybe the place is too run down and nobody wants to stay there. I don't know the place until you get a hold of me, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Well, don't forget the man who owns it right now. His family's staying there.
Well, the issue that he want to retire. He's getting old. He's like, I want to get out of this business. I've been in it for 30 years. I just want to get my money and retire. He doesn't want to run it anymore.
You just got to get it at a price that it lets you add money to fixing it up, and you're going to make money on it. I mean, it's a gamble. Businesses are a gamble. But if you've been in the business all these years, you know the traffic count, all that stuff. You know if the place is going to make money or not, if it's nice. So.
Oh yeah. That's why I called you. That's why I've been trying to tell you about this deal for a few weeks, but I've been busy and you've been busy.
Get a hold of me. Let's put it on the table, okay?
Hopefully, I'll see you soon on that. What do you call the events that you have?
Come to Fort Lauderdale. You only got 10 days. 10 days, man. Where are you at right now?
I'm in Texas.
Texas, you're only a 2-hour flight. Jump on the cheap flight on there's plenty of cheap flights from Texas to Fort Lauderdale. Come on down.
I'll hop in.
My favorite restaurant's in Texas, Whataburger.
Which one is it? Whataburger.
Yeah.
I'll bring you some Whataburger.
Another thing is this. Everybody that I know that has a gas station has popped in Subways into their gas station. They don't take up much space. Can you add on? Put in a franchise name?
Yes, I have tacos. I have taco trucks.
Taco.
Yes. Now everybody wants tacos. The street tacos.
Yeah, you're in Texas.
The
My mistake.
burritos.
My mistake.
You
You're in
should
Texas.
do that.
Listen, it's
should-
all about supply and demand. As long
Yes,
as you're
you should-
supplying whatever the demand is, you're going to make money in
Uh-huh.
life.
You should get you a taco truck on your
Yeah, I should
John
get a
Pass
taco truck.
on John Pass.
And I don't know if they let us have trucks there, but I promised my wife one a long time ago, but she don't want it anymore. I used to live off of taco and burrito trucks in California. I made guys a
Yes.
fortune.
It's
All right, well, I
great. It's good
appreciate the
business.
call, but get a hold of me if you want to talk serious about that deal. All right,
I will. I definitely will.
get your numbers together. Be prepared. Call me up and let's go through it all. What your estimated revenue is going to be on a gas station. What it is now, how much you got to spend to make it happen, what the situation with the hotel. We got a lot of shit to talk about. So get me on the phone, all right?
Definitely, for sure.
Thanks for the call. I
Nice
appreciate
talking
it.
to you, man. Appreciate it, man. Bye.
Yeah.
See you in Fort Lauderdale.
Texas, you love Texas, don't you?
I love Whataburger. Texas is great.
Whataburger. What else we got, Aaron?
All right, shout out Ride Boy for the 199. Ben, love your channel. Can we take your boat out?
Yeah, you can buy it at the boat show. I'm putting it in a boat show. I signed the paperwork today. It's going to be in the Fort Lauderdale boat show. I got to sell it. I need something bigger. All right, with more space for Aaron's toys.
Your
So
toys.
if you want, go to the boat show and hang out in the yacht. I don't care, but bring a check with $4 million if you can, please. Thank you. What else?
All right, shout out Jel Mibson. Woo, alligator riding. I'm sure he's talking about South Florida. Remember all the alligators?
Alligator lighting?
Riding.
Riding. I don't ride alligators. I stay the hell away from them. And if you come to the show,
I think
you'll get a complimentary like for sale ashtray, except this one don't have my face on it, so you can burn stuff on me, but you're gonna get one of those, baby. That's worth the trip alone. An ashtray, or better yet, we might even throw in a pen and a bumper sticker.
there we go.
Cheesy stuff you got to do it. It's nice stuff. I like to have it,
Now, you are going to be taking pictures with everybody that comes, autographs if they want them, right?
We're gonna be hanging out. It
All
ain't no big
right.
shot thing. When you come around us, we're not big shots. We're here to help you and just make everybody happy and have a good time. That's why we're doing this thing. Now, you, on the other hand,
Whoa, don't bring me into it. I'll be in Nashville now.
you'll be in Nashville.
Nashville, baby. Nashville, baby. But I think you're going to have a great crowd down there. All the other.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't mean to cut you off,
That's
but
all right. You do it all
every
the
time
so-
we had an event, I walked away feeling like I couldn't believe how many great people I've met. The one thing about, the people that I think really, I've never met anybody that told me they watch this channel that wasn't a great, nice person. We're all in that same club. We just want to get ahead and make some money and leave us alone. That's it. That's a normal human beings, They're just great people every time I meet somebody. So what else we got, Aaron?
Shout out Gibby. Thank you for the $2. What do you recommend a 16-year-old to do for money?
Get a job.
I mean, you can work, I think, legally after 14.
Yeah, at 16, you can
You know,
work. I
you
mean,
wanna
even
make
at Publix, they have jobs for 15-year-olds.
I mean, you can try to find some kind of employment. You might go to an apartment building and say, hey, I'm interested in being a leasing agent when I'm not in school. But, you definitely need to get your high school diploma. That's your main accomplishment you need to accomplish next. Then you can start studying for your real estate exam. You could get your real estate exam and go to college. You can do more than once when you're a young age. I'm telling you now. Don't limit yourself to one thing unless you're trying to become a doctor, maybe, or a lawyer. Then you got to focus on that. But, go to school and try to get some employment. Any kind of employment you get at 16 is going to be good for your brain because you're going to be around people. You're going to be doing transactions. You're going to see something going on that's productive. Okay. And if you're around stuff that's productive, it's going to groom you to be productive. That's what happened to me. I used to hang out in street corners and watch all kinds of business going on in Hell's Kitchen. And, but they were productive. Not, they were not good, but productive. They were doing something, but, their social aspect of it was pretty bad.
Wasn't your first job collecting rented housing projects and the guy gave you a set of keys and a gun?
My first real job in real estate was he handed me a big ring of keys and a 38, and I think it was missing a bullet or something, which was stupid. You give somebody a gun and it's missing a bullet, in the chamber. Anyway, yeah, that's how I started in real estate. But, I started working and making money when I was hustling when I was 14 years old or younger, and that was it. You always want to get around doing something. But at 16, you can't take a test till you're 18. You can start studying for the real estate exam.
Then, I mean, if you want to do real estate, then I would just try to gain as much knowledge as you can of real estate. Like, just even watching our channel, like, and me, especially being around my dad, I'm trying to gain as much knowledge as I can, even though right now I can't legally do anything really
But
with real
prepare
estate.
yourself.
But yeah, you can always prepare and try to get as much
All right.
knowledge as you
You
can.
only gave us $2. Come on, let's go. I'm just kidding.
All right, shout out Nate. What's the deal with the DuPont registry?
The DuPont registry. To my knowledge, I mean, what's the deal? It's still there. They still publish and still running. I get emails all the time. It's mostly online, I think, for me now. But DuPont registry's got all kinds of cars. They talk about houses, boats, watches, all that fancy, expensive shit. If you want to buy some nice shit, you need to read the DuPont registry because you'll find some really nice shit in there if you got the money to spend. But it ain't coming cheap. All right. So, but if you got the money to spend and you're looking for high-end items, go to the DuPont registry. You get a lot of good. It shows you where the market is. I'll tell you that much. If you want to know what a friggin' big, expensive Lamborghini, Ferraris, and all that stuff costs, go to the DuPont registry. That'll tell you the market. Everything's a market.
You're right. All right. Shout out J Rowe. Ben makes me want to start smoking.
Don't smoke. All right. I started when I was 12 years old. I got addicted to it, and it's not good for you. And hopefully I'll be able to try to stop one day. I'll tell you what, if I can replace my entire portfolio that I just sold and happily complete my 1031, then I will try to stop smoking because I won't be in so much stress then. What else?
But at least it's better you smoking than drinking.
Well, they're both, the problem is with anything is if you do too much of anything, it's going to kill you, So, moderation, but you can't moderate smoking really. I mean, I smoke about a pack a day. Depends who I'm around. If I'm around my wife, it could be up to 2 packs a day. What else?
All right. Shout out Investment Joy. Thank you for the $100.
All right. What do they got to say?
If I come to you, can I interview you? I'll be in your area soon. I don't know. Contact Rafal.
Contact Rafal.
Yep.
See, that's legit.
And he's talking about setting up some private, serious meetings here for, doing some heavy consulting locally, but call Rafal, go to benmal.com. And get with Rafal, and maybe we can set something up after the show. All right. What else?
Right.
Unless you represent CBS or NBC.
Life of Ryan. Thank you for the €4, I think. Hey, Papa Benjamin. Congrats on the new yacht. When are you going to retire in Thailand? Much love. God bless, and have a fantastic day.
I'm not retiring in Thailand. It's it's just not me. I can't.
What
retire.
about Bimini?
But I'll visit. I want to visit Thailand. I heard it's a beautiful country.
What about Bimini?
And thanks for the new yacht's good, but we're already selling it because we used it over the summer. And we found out we tried to shrink down, and we tried to see if we can get something a little sexier, a little faster. But we need the space because we got to know where to put all the crap, and we need a wider boat that is more stabilized, and we'll give up a few knots per hour, but we're gonna find the right boat. But I got to sell it. But it's a great boat. What else?
Shout out Lumberjack Landlord. Thank you for the $20. When you buy a deal, are you ever doing
What did you do? Rent log homes?
When you buy a deal, are you ever doing fixed rate deals, or are all the deals you are doing interest only payments? If so, at what interest rate do you stop doing deals?
I mean, basically, listen, you're talking about fixed rate. Fixed rate deals means you're locking your interest rate in. If you go to the bank, typically, whatever the adjustable rate is, for an extra point, which could be a lot of money, or maybe less, they'll fix your rate to where you say, okay, this is your rate, forget about it. This is going to be the rate for the entire duration of the loan. Or you get an adjustable and you play the market and the bounces are up and down. Okay? So, it depends on the market. Right now, I'm still playing the market. I mean, I should have fixed my rate. I could have, but I didn't back 6 months ago. Now I'm paying the price. So, what was the rest of the question now? As far as interest only, I try to always get interest only because I need cash flow. Especially now I need cash flow. Why? Because the interest rates went up. That means I'm paying the bank more money. That means I'm making less money. But, the whole thing is all based on the interest rate. Interest only payments. Well, he got to say.
The last question was what?
Oh, yeah. Now, the point of the interest rate, I see what it is. And this is what I'm dealing with right now. If you go out and you buy yourself a 5 cap, will you please go get him some medicine?
Sorry.
I got to play doctor on him tonight and give him all kinds of meds. All right. So listen, the point is, if you buy a 5 cap and the interest rate's 5%, you're not making no money. All right. It don't make sense. You're going to make 5% on your down payment. That's the end of it. All right. So you stop playing the game when you can't make no money. Now, if you buy a 7 cap and you're borrowing money at 5%. Now you got the 2% spread. That makes sense. Okay, but that's when you stop. You have to stop when you can't buy real estate where you can profit some money. If the interest rate's too high and it's killing all your cash flow, leave it alone. It's not the right deal for you or not the right time.
Ben, let me ask you something. You ever buy just land without having
No.
a building on it or
No.
hotels or no
No.
land? That's a bad deal
No.
just to buy land?
No,
Why?
because they make no money, and I'm not a developer. Land is for people that are speculating on building, all right? I mean, I'm not a speculator, all right? I'm worried about what I can do now. I can't wait and hope that something's going to happen a year or 10 years down the road. Land don't pay me no damn money. It has no income unless you're renting out to cows or parking cars. If it can generate income, I'll buy a piece of land in a minute. Parking lots are great. Find a damn parking lot. I don't know, maybe big ass field where a bunch of cows are eating grass and the guy's paying you money. But if it ain't making money, I don't want it.
All right. So also let me ask you a question too. So basically when you you're willing to sacrifice some profit because you have to put down like, let's say the 5%, like you're borrowing the 5% and you're only making 7%. So you're pretty much good with that 2% spread.
Yes.
So then you can put that money somewhere else instead of just
The
doing
2%
it full.
spread is what you're making. Okay. If you're getting, if there's some places paying you $50,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
And you got to pay the bank $30,000, then you're left with 20.
I get that, but it's also good because you can, since you're borrowing, you can put that money somewhere else. So it's not like,
You can do
you know
all
what I mean?
kinds. Yeah, you're making
Like,
money. You're making money. It's about making
it's
money.
okay to only have that 2% profit when
2%
you
spread.
get, 2% spread when you get to put that
2%
money somewhere
spread
else.
could be a 10% profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand that now.
Very good. I'm glad you understand. But a 3% spread is even better. That's where you really need to be. The sweet spot is a 3% spread between what your cap rate is and what your interest rate is.
All right, we're gonna get a caller.
We're going to get a caller. Wow, a caller. Is it fucking hot in here? Or is it me?
It's pretty hot.
Hey, can somebody check the AC? Paulie, check the AC and the thermostat in the hallway there.
Quit waking him up. He
Well,
just went to sleep.
In the bathroom, you went to sleep? We have a caller.
Hey, what's up, man?
How are you? How are you? What's up?
What's up, and congrats on the closing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So it's exchange time, huh?
Yep, exchange time. But I got some stuff lined up. I can push the button
Kate
anytime I want.
called me up and said you were ringing for me.
I'm ringing for you.
Cade Kern.
Cade
Oh,
Kern.
Cade Kern.
Cade
Yeah.
Kern said you're in California. The prices are ridiculous. We don't want to pay the California state
Well,
tax. And
California.
Cade Kern wasn't very impressed with your real estate skills.
Okay, let me tell you something. So you're looking for no management, right? Absolute trip on that. You want to sit back and collect.
If it's in California, hell yeah.
How about Nevada? Tax-free state.
Fine. Oh yeah, tax even better. Nevada, hell yeah. I just went. I just went to Tennessee.
Get this.
Believe me, it wasn't pretty.
I got the best Kohl's on the market right now. 6.5%
Kohl's
cap.
are going out of business. I don't trust Kohl's. I'm afraid of all
Okay, well, guess what? The real estate fundamentals here are great. If they go out of business, you're in benefit because you could probably get higher rents.
Depends on the location. Is it on the strip? No.
Well,
I mean, send me the deal. Listen, you have my email, don't you?
No, I don't. I only have Ben Jr.
All right, send it to Rafal, and I'll respond to you.
I sent it to Rafal. I tried to get
Did he
Rafal.
send you? Or you went to what's the website to go to get to me? Huh? What is it, Rafal?
AskBen at benmallah.com.
AskBen at benmallah.com. I see all the goddamn emails that make any
That's
sense.
the email.
Send the email on a deal, and I will respond. I might get my ass on a plane and go to Nevada and look at it right away.
I'll meet you in Vegas the next day if you like it. I think you'll be into this one.
Send me the all I need is the information, and I can tell you in 5 or 10 minutes whether I want to do it or not. I ain't wasting no time.
I'll get the package.
I do like Nevada. I do like Nevada, but Nevada boom too.
Gallery at Sunset Mall, the most poppin' spot in all of Henderson. If they
Poppin'.
you're set.
All right, send me the info. But what's the cap rate, big shot?
All right, congrats on the closing again, Ben. I'll talk to you soon.
What's the cap rate? You won't tell me?
6.5 cap with your financing.
It better be some damn good shit. 6.5 cap. And then what do I do when the Kohl's goes belly up and I'm stuck with 100,000 empty square feet?
You get higher rent from the next tenant.
Yeah. How are you going to prove that to me? Show me the vacancies in the area. You better show me some rent comps. I want to see sales comps. I want to see rent comps.
All the anchor tenants. So this is the gallery at Sunset Mall. It's the most
All
popular.
right. Sounds good. Don't tell everybody. God damn it. Send me info. All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
All the package. We'll start talking.
All right.
Wait, by the way, I went to Corning. I told you about the O'Reillys I bought.
O'Reilly.
Okay.
Very good.
a deal. Just so happened the district manager is there. We're already renegotiating a new lease. I'm going to sign a new 10-year deal with maybe give them about $100,000 of improvements, but I should be able to increase their rent 5 to 6 times. So
very good. Very good.
Great for a steal. But
congratulations.
Keep hustling, guys. I'll send Rafal over the package. And
all right. Very good. I need to make some money. I need a big deal.
That's what you got. Marcus and Milchat.
And there can't be any management involved because my wife, if I go to Vegas, she's going to want to go with me and she's going to piss all our money away.
This is an absolute triple net. You don't have a single responsibility. Nothing.
All right. Sounds good.
All righty. Talk to you guys.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. You got Aaron.
All right. Shout out Gav Salzman. He said, love your content and Jimmy always makes me smile.
All right, baby.
All right, Jimmy loves you, baby.
All right,
Jimmy
baby.
loves everybody.
Positively. It's all beautiful.
I want to see some of the wrestling matches where you were the bad guy. You were the bad guy sometimes. You used to do bad stuff, right? Part of the game. You know, I got to see you doing some bad stuff.
Maybe next show we'll get some.
How many times did you get beat up in wrestling?
Well, I only had a broken jaw, a broken hand, torn meniscus just to start, so it was pretty
Torn
good.
meniscus. You had that
Torn
too.
meniscus. I have a torn meniscus.
I never got mine operated on.
Me neither. I just said, screw it. I run under cold water in the shower.
Yeah.
So who beat you up?
Well, Jerry Lawler gave me a broke jaw.
He's your friend.
I know it and I love him.
He's like your best
if he was
friend.
my enemy. But it was kind of rough time to time, but it was worth it. It's all beautiful.
You hung out with, what was his name, the guy? We're in trouble. You better not get us sick.
COVID,
can't afford to get sick.
COVID alert. COVID alert.
You better go to bed.
All right, no, continue.
No, he's
sorry.
doing good.
Drink some hot tea, some
I'm
water.
good. I'm
You're
good.
doing
Just keep
good.
going.
Oh,
Sorry.
my
Act
God.
like I'm not here.
Okay.
Anyway, what was the famous comedian that that was wrestling, playing around wrestling?
Andy
for a while?
Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. You hung out with him, right?
Yeah, Andy was great. We had a great run together down in Memphis, Tennessee, and his favorite wrestler was Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. And every night, on Monday night after the Coliseum matches, I'd have to drive him over to Elvis's Graceland.
Very
He'd
good.
sit by the fence and just watch the gate just to see who was coming in and out. And we'd have to do that for at least 30 minutes before we went to Denny's and ate. So other than that, it was a great time with Andy. Andy was a great guy. He really was.
Very good. All right, Aaron, you got anything?
Yes, I do. Let's see. Shout out Dario Leal. Thank you for the $9.99. Currently own a 10-unit multifamily, 100% debt-free, $60,000 revenue. Taxes and expenses are $15,000. Should I buy the house next to it and tear it down to build the exact same property, or is the house not worth? The house isn't worth fixing.
I mean, it depends on what they'll let you build. How much you got to pay for the house? You're going to buy it cheap enough to where it's worth knocking down, okay? And is it zoned for you to build on? If it's zoned for you to build on, and you figured out your construction costs and the cost of knocking down the house and buying the land, you got to put a formula together. Does it make sense? You know, is it going to be equal to the units that you have next door that you sound like you're doing pretty well on? So, you know, you got to look into it. Do your homework. Find out what is doable. If it's doable and the numbers work, then you should do it. Otherwise, you know, maybe you can buy a house cheap, fix it up, and flip it. I don't know, or keep it as a rental. It depends on, it's all numbers. Everything in real estate is finding the deal and working the numbers. That's what 99% of real estate is. Everything else comes into play. You know, finance it, fix it, blah, 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 blah. Find a deal and make sure the deal can make you money. What else?
Shout out Once Dodge. Thank you for the €8.99. Any tips for trying to get a shareholder who owns 10% out from the business?
Trying to get somebody to buy 10%?
No, he's trying to get a shareholder who owns 10% out of the business. So it sounds like he's trying to get one of the partners out.
The only way you get somebody out is typically you buy them out.
Pay off.
Whatever that 10% is worth, okay, to them and you, find a common ground. Everything is about negotiating. You got to get to a place where you're both going to be happy. That's what it takes. You know, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I try to buy out people when they have like leases or stuff like that, whatever the case may be. Any type of transaction in life is all about two people coming together and agreeing on the number. All right. So figure out what you think it's worth. Let him figure out what he thinks it's worth. And then you guys sit down and try to find a meeting point. I mean, what else can you do?
You know, Ben, you've got so many great callers each and every week. Why don't you write a book?
Because I never even read a book. I ain't got time to write.
Yeah, you can. I mean, just, you know, a little bit about the history of your life and then how you make money now, because I'm sure these people would love to have a copy of it.
You know, that's good. And I'll think about that maybe soon. But right now, I just want to help people make the right decisions and make moves to get ahead, to make money. Okay, because you're not here forever. You're only here for a short period of time. And if you care about a decent retirement, or you care about helping your kids out, or having a life of less stress or whatever, having money to me, money definitely, when you make more money, you get more stress in one way, but believe me, it's better than being broke. I just want to help people try to get ahead and live some sort of decent life, because if people live in a decent life, they'll act decent, and the whole world will be a perfect place.
I like it.
Thank you.
All right, shout out
what
Dominic.
else?
Thank you for the $2. Get the guy from Investment Joy on.
Never heard of him.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
Rafal, write it down. We'll look
Write
at
it
it.
down.
We'll look into it.
Write it down. We'll look into it.
All right. Shout out Matthew Lucio. Thank you for the $10. I locked in at 6.3% rate in South Texas with a 3% down payment on a $250K property, I guess. Monthly payment is $2,200. Should I just wait for prices to drop with interest going up? I'm a first-time home buyer.
I mean, if you're a first-time home buyer, I don't know what your personal situation is, but I mean, I would try to buy something that had some income. I mean, I'm just, if I'm a first-timer, you can buy up to 4 units, okay? And you're not going to stay there for the rest of your life. If you're ready to settle down and buy that nice house right now, I mean, if you can afford the payment at 6%, then do it. But, I don't know. For $250,000, wait, a down payment on a $250,000. So, if the $250,000 house you think is going to increase in value, if things are going on in the neighborhood and you see that you feel growth, could be a good deal. But, if you're comfortable with the payment, then do it, because you're probably paying rent somewhere anyway. So all you're doing is putting yourself on the road to success, because now you're going to have deductions. You're going to have the interest on your mortgage to deduct. You're going to be able to deduct a lot of other expenses that come with the house. But if I was you and I was a first timer, before I bought that house, I would buy something that's going to have some income, a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex. That's what I would do. All right. And then buy the house later after you made some money. All right. Because then you can always move out later and rent out your place. And then you have more cash coming in. That'll pay for your house. All right. What else?
Ben, before you do that, real quick, what about this new project you're doing, mybookie.com? How's that going?
MyBookie. Everybody likes to have entertainment in their life.
Right.
And to me, gambling's entertainment. You either like it or you don't like it. You want to do it, you don't do it. All right. It's like everything other vice in the world, and everybody's got some sort of vice, but if you like to gamble and you do it responsibly, put it this way. You sit there, a football game is how long? 3 hours?
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Watch that game for 3 hours and not bet, and then watch the game and bet $100. The game will be a lot more interesting to you. Okay. And listen, you gamble on everything. People are gambling on Bitcoin, they gamble on this, they gamble on that. All right. Basically, to me, it's a 50-50 chance. Either the team's going to win, the team's going to lose. And if you're a sports guy and you're really into a girl or you're into sports, and how many times have you ever said, oh man, I knew they were going to win, and you didn't bet on them? You could have bet on them and made it a little more fun. All you're doing is taking the enjoyment to another level, to where you're more, it's more intense to you, and I think you get your money's worth, but you got to do it with money that you would typically not have a problem burning. Like if you go to a casino, you're going to gamble. If you go out to a big fancy dinner, you're going to blow a couple $100 at least. I mean, everybody's got things like to splurge on. If you like sports and you like, you want to make it more interesting, throw a few bucks on it. Don't spend your goddamn necessity money on it, or even any of your money that you can't burn. If the money's going to hurt you, don't gamble it. But, right now, if you go to mybookie.com, they're going to double your deposit up to $1,000, and then you can play with their money too. So there you go. What? Use the code Mallah. That's MALLAH as the promo code. But there's one sport you cannot gamble on that, to my understanding, has never been gambled on. And what sport is that?
No, you can. You can.
Come on.
People have bet
people
on
bet on wrestling matches?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely. So maybe
whatever.
that'll be your next project, or maybe that'll be my next project. Who knows? What's the next caller?
What do you got?
I do have more super chats. So Ben247, thank you for the $5. Ben, I established my credit. When is the best time to buy a house in Tampa with this housing recession?
Good question.
We are local, so.
I mean, listen, it's always a good time to buy a house, but you got to buy it at the right price. Prices right now are inflated, but I do see them coming down. Now's the time. Find the house you like. And if it's, if it's at the top of its price, offer them less money, because right now, I'm going to tell you, mortgage applications are at an all-time or 20-year low, okay? So right now, the brakes have been put on a lot of people buying houses. They ain't moving like they were moving. So now's the time to come in and buy them cheaper. You ain't moving, they better you take your price or sit around with that high price you ain't going to get. That's where the sellers are at right now. So, go out there, find a deal. But at a minimum, I'd be offering I'd offer 20% less. If you find a house for $300,000, you need to take 60 grand off it right now. That's the market. And, as long as you're comfortable with the mortgage, if you're going to be living there, that's the main thing. But, trying to find something that has a little income is really nice. But, you get out there and look, get a good agent, and just don't worry. If the price is too high, then go back and see maybe what the value was back, a few years ago, and offer them that, because interest rates are up. The same guy that qualified for $500,000, he ain't qualifying for $500,000 no more. Why? Because his interest rate doubled. He only qualifies for a little more than half, probably. What else?
Shout out J Rowe. Thank you again for the donation. Why in the heck does this stream not have more likes? Click the like button.
Because not everybody wants to make money. They just want to sit around and talk about it, and dream about it. The people that watch this channel are intelligent, smart people that want to hang out with people that are making money and talk about how they can make money. All right? It's all about real estate, finding the deal, financing the deal, fixing the deal, selling the deal. That's where our world is. It's not for everybody. But I'll tell you one thing, at least you're not sitting here getting bullshitted by somebody trying to con you into something. I'm just telling you like it is. That's it.
I like it.
When people call me up, I put my feet in their shoes and say, what would I do if I was in this person's shoes? Simple. Yes,
Right,
sir. We have a caller. What's up?
How's it going, Ben? This is Miguel Cortez here. I've been watching your videos for the past year or so.
Have you ever laughed at one of them? Did you get any laughs out of it?
I do. I actually do.
I mean, it's not just about making money, but it's nice to I want people to have a good time and laugh, and enjoy it. Say, hey, it was worth my time watching this big fat guy go around and pick on poor Jimmy Hart. I hope you get enjoyment out of it, and I'm glad you watched.
I laugh, but that one episode where you were away and Jimmy had his idea to do the magazine photo shoot.
Yeah, the Hooters photo shoot. I made good money that day.
Yeah, you snatched the money, and I was wondering how much did he make for him that day? And, I was just wondering. I'm still wondering.
Honestly, I think the check was like a couple of grand.
Oh, please! It was worth more than that.
$2,500 or something.
Oh, please! Please!
It was worth it. It was great. I'll take the money. I was happy. $2,500. Hell yeah! It pays his friggin' part of his tuition.
Yeah. Hey, Ben. I have a couple of questions. So my first question is, I owe $17,000 on my Amex business credit cards. Between two, the platinum and the gold.
All right, yo, 17 grand Amex. So what's up?
So,
is it the kind you got to pay off every month, or is it the kind where they charge you interest?
Well, at the time where they charge me interest, but $6 grand is due by the 21st of this month. You think I should get my fourplex property under a HELOC to get some cash out so I can also renovate the studio that I have?
I don't believe that you can get a HELOC on income property. I think that's only for personal residences. I have to look that up. So you can get a refinance, if you how much is the fourplex worth?
So it got appraised 2 years ago for $400K. I do live in one of the units though currently.
That's okay. That has nothing to do with the value. The unit still worth whatever the rent is, whether you're paying rent or not. All right, so you got a fourplex worth $400 grand. How much do you owe already on it? Please don't tell me $390. I need a light. My lighter is out of gas.
Paulie.
$386.
You owe $386? I just told you not to say $390, and he almost said $390, $386.
Hey, when you first called in about $6 grand, I thought you were going to ask Ben for a loan.
Oh no.
I don't think Jimmy's got a weird sense of humor. I don't know.
No, I thought that's what
the problem is, it sounds like you're maxed out on your leverage on the fourplex, correct?
Yes, correct.
Well, then you're not going to get any money out of that. I mean, is it cash flowing at least?
It's covering the mortgage. I pay for the bills.
It's covering the mortgage, but you live there for free, right?
Yes, I just worry about the trash, the water, and the gas.
All right. If you were to move out, how much would that unit rent for? Just out of curiosity.
This unit here, $1,450.
All right, but you're living there, so it's saving you $1,450 a month, right?
Yes.
All right, well, that's a good thing. You know, you're smart. So the point is now, what? I mean, I don't understand. You don't have the money to pay Amex, so what are you going to do?
Well, I have about $5,000 in my emergency fund, but I don't want to touch it. So I don't
What
know.
did you spend the money on? I hate to get personal with you, but where did the bill from Amex come from? Was it over time? Was it a big purchase? What did you do?
Yeah, over time, I took care. I got gutters installed. That was $3,500. I got a new driveway, $6,300, and then I did some maintenance on a furnace, and new pumps, new zone valves, and electrical box. That was $4,800.
All right, so you pumped the money into the property. All right,
Yes.
so let me ask you this. Maybe the property, now that you pumped those improvements into it, have you raised any rent since you've owned it now, since it was last appraised?
With these new tenants, yes, they pay $1,200.
All right, so when you had it appraised, what were the rents?
At $950 and $899.
All right, so maybe now that the rents are raised and you can prove that you made capital improvements, maybe you can squeeze some money out of it, but I'm not sure because the banks are getting real tight right now. I don't know. It could cost you a few bucks just to, get it appraised and see, can you get a refi? I mean, that's the problem. You got to find out, is the property worth more money? Can you, get any more money out of it? I mean, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. What else can we do? You made improvements, you raised the rents. Now is the property worth $600,000? Maybe. I don't know. Problem is interest rates went up and that's hurting you right now.
Right.
But you know what you should at least do? Try to get opinion of value. Okay. You don't have to sell your property to get an opinion of value. You go to a broker and say, hey, I was thinking about selling my fourplex. Okay. And then put your rent down as the $1,450, you can rent it for, and tell them these are the numbers and how much is it worth. That'll tell you basically, what an appraiser is going to tell you. They're going to go through the same, method of using comps and rents and things like that. So, you need to get an opinion of value on your property and see if you got any kind of equity you can pull out of it. You might be able to at least pull 10 grand out of it. That'll help. 20 grand, if you can pull 20 grand out of it, then that'll solve your problem for now.
Yeah, I was thinking more like 50, but yeah, you are right. If I can pull 20 grand.
Shoot my wad. I don't like to give people dreams. I like to live in reality. I like to take it down to the rock bottom. Maybe you go to a bank and get a loan on it now, a refinance. But the problem is, what's your current interest rate?
It's a good interest rate, 2.625.
Oh my God. Then you're gonna be fucked when it comes time to get the new loan. You're gonna try to get you for double that now. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So that's gonna suck. I mean, I'm not gonna here to bullshit you. I'm telling you like it is. I'm not gonna sit here and, I don't know. A second mortgage, you're gonna pay a high interest rate for that too. But if you need a quick 20 grand just to get your head above water and you got to pay somebody on 20 grand, I don't know, maybe you go to the bank, maybe they'll give you 20 grand as a second. You don't want to mess with that first because that interest rate's too goddamn low.
Right.
Yeah. And you can't raise your rents anymore, right?
Oh no, yeah, they're going up $100 each unit next year.
That's good, very good, very good. And then you're paying for the water, the sewer, the garbage, and the gas.
Yes, correct.
All right. Now, I don't know if you can, but in many places, I know when my son takes over a building, he charges, utility fee or, some sort of system he has where he recuperates and recaptures the cost of utilities. I don't know if your tenants can handle that or if they'll even swallow that. I would try. I would see what the other landlords are doing around town. But, I mean, you can try to charge them a fee every month for the water, sewer, and garbage. It's not your fault. Everything's gone up. And you can talk to, I don't know what the situation is in your market, but possibly you can charge them more for the rent and then you have a separate fee. So it doesn't feel like they're getting hit for rent. You have a utility fee. I have a monthly fee for water, sewer, and garbage. You figure out what the bill is. You selected only 4 units, right?
Yeah.
All right. You divide the bill by 4, and that's what you have to average out every month. They got to pay you. I mean, you can try it. I don't know if it'll work, but I have done it every building I've ever had. We charge for it. So try to increase your rent. Try to get a utility fee. Try to get it appraised out for more money and squeeze it. But in the meantime, if it's an emergency, you need to go find, a second loan, a bank or a hard money guy, somebody that'll give you, a quick 20 grand, because you don't want to fuck with your credit. All right. Protect your credit at all means. You are only worth what your credit is. All right. And you want to keep that credit report looking as good as you can, so you look like a good borrower. All right.
Yeah, man.
If you have more questions, you can go to benmod.com/shop.
You got cut in by the Pollock. You got cut in by the Pollock.
We have a lot of super chats to go
That's
through.
fine. Hey, Ben, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate
good luck to you. Go
Good
try
luck.
to find a second loan, raise the rent,
loan.
see if you can charge a utility fee, get the place appraised for more money. And but if you refinance it, I'm telling you now, it ain't worth it paying that double interest on the whole goddamn mortgage instead of just that little piece. Pay a little more interest, but only on a little piece. So go talk to your local bank and see if they'll give you a second loan on it. All right.
Hell yeah. All right, Ben. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Good luck. Take care.
All right, we got 20 super chats, so let's bang through them. So let's see. Shout out Fernando. Thank you for the $50. Coming to your event from Tampa. What cigar you smoke, Ben? Can't wait to meet the crew.
All right, come on down. I'll be looking forward to seeing you. I'll remember that face. But, I don't smoke cigars, but you smoke a cigar. I'll smoke a cigarette. Or if you want, I'll put 2 cigarettes together so it look like a little cigar. And we'll hang out and we'll have fun because, that's what we do. We're going to be there, talk about making money and what's going on. And just, even if you don't find a deal at that event, but it's not about that. It's about just being around other people that are trying to get ahead. Everybody knows something. I learn from people every day. Okay. I talk to people and learn every day from different people, and hopefully people can learn from me, so you can have a good time. And if you're from Tampa, that's where I'm at, same area. So we got a lot to talk about. Come on down. I'll be looking for you.
Beautiful hotel. Great surroundings.
And the bar will be open.
The bar will be open. The whole family will be there. You can meet all the guys.
But it won't be an open bar. Hey, that hotel, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a slow season. I need customers. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to sit around and cry about it. I'm going to get my ass over there. I'm going to invite a bunch of people to come hang out and stay in a hotel and generate income for the hotel. It's a business. It's not real estate. That's the problem. I got put into this damn business where I used to be just a landlord and collect the rent. Now I got to work the business. We can't just sit around and cry the blues. We got empty rooms. I'm going to get in there and we're going to have a good time and we're going to make money and everybody's going to leave happily ever after. What else, Jimmy Hart?
I like it. I still think you ought to write a book.
Write a book.
All right,
Nobody reads books anymore. Everything's online.
Shout out Judd Murdoch. Thank you for the $5. Can you start in real estate with 10 grand cash? If not, how much money would you need? What would you start with first with less than 10K?
Listen, 10K, if you qualify, you need $3,500. I've said this a million times. You need $3,500, 3.5% down for an FHA loan every 100 grand. So you can go up to $300,000 with 10 grand. All right. But yes, you have to qualify. And if you're smart, you can go more than 300 grand if you found an income property. The income from the property will help you qualify to buy the property. So who knows? You might qualify. If you found a fourplex and it's generating income, you may be able to buy yourself a nice fourplex, have a place to live, have units to rent out. I mean, that's what you got to do. Okay. But the 10 grand will get you up to 300 grand on an FHA program. And there might be other programs out there too. Take a look. They got first home buyer programs too that'll help you with the down payment even. But you got to qualify. The bank, the government, nobody's going to loan you money unless they know that you're going to pay them back. All right? So you got to qualify. Your credit's got to be good or decent. You got to have an income. You're worth what your income is unless the property has an income. Then you got your income and you have the property's income. Now you got more stuff helping you to be in real estate and buy. Anything else? You got a caller or what?
All right, we'll do one more. Shout out Tony. Jimmy, what are your plans for Labor Day?
Labor Day, very good. Ben didn't invite me to go down to work on the boat with him because I can't really work on a boat. So I guess I'll just kind of hang out. I'll probably go by Hogan's Hangout. I'll probably go to see my friend Paulie. Maybe take a little dip in his pool since I'll be gone if he lets me. And basically that's it. Just hanging out, man. That's all. It's all good. Last week I was in New York City with Cheap Trick and Rod Stewart, and then a few other people like that. Came back this week. I've been going every week. Before that I was in California with Snoop Dogg promoting WrestleMania, which is coming up April the 1st and 2nd out in California, Los Angeles. I was promoting ticket sales for that. Today I was out, of course, doing letting everybody know that this Sunday the making of WrestleMania is going to be on E! Entertainment. I'll be part of that. So if you get a chance, watch it. So I'm just going to have a beautiful weekend. It's all beautiful.
All right, here's your choices. All right. Now, Monday is a holiday. You don't have school on Monday, do you?
No.
No. All right. So Monday, I don't know. I might still be stuck in Fort Lauderdale. I'm not sure. It depends on how many people I get into a fight with while I'm down there.
Ooh.
Okay. So you're welcome to come with me, and we might be stuck there till Monday, but I'm honestly hoping that I can get back here maybe Sunday night and enjoy the peace and quiet in my own damn pool, my own house, on Labor Day. So I'll be here to join you, or if you want to come with me, I don't care. You're always welcome to come with me.
Who else going?
Who else going? Oh, and he got to know who's going, because if it's somebody you don't really like, or somebody likes not going, he ain't going. He's a pain
please,
in the ass,
I like
basically.
everybody. I just ask
I don't know. I think I might, I know you don't care. Rafal's going,
I love
but we
Rafal.
got to go there and set up for the show. We're not going there to fool around. That's the thing. I can't go down there and be Jimmy Hart's entertainment man. Like last time, I took you out to dinner down the river. I took you to Bimini in the Bahamas. I wined you. I dined you, except you don't drink wine and you don't eat, so I didn't wine you or dine you. I almost made you money in the damn casino, but you replayed it all.
But you made me do it. I didn't want to do it.
I mean, basically, I'm coming down to work, but I am going to stay on the boat. If you want to sit there and you want to be buddy-buddy with the captain all weekend and just relax, be my guest. There's a pool at Vincent's house. We got the boat. I'll probably take it out here and there, but I'm really going there to make sure it's ready for the show and make sure my show is ready. I got 2 goddamn shows to worry about.
And that's the
boat show, the boat, and the hotel's ready for me to come down there and give you the show of your life.
And that's on the 10th and the 11th of September, right?
September 10th, 11th.
Fort
We got 10
Lauderdale.
days. You better get your ticket now. Get the ticket or book the room or do both or whatever. But be there. What else, Aaron?
We got a caller.
We have a caller.
Hey, Ben. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, thanks. I just wanted to say that I'm going to be at your event. What was it, September 10th, I believe, right?
All right, September 10th. Did you book your ticket yet?
Yeah, I got a ticket. I got the hotel, and I got a one-on-one on you.
All right, man. You got a one-on-one. All right, I'm going to be ready for you. What's your name?
Andy?
Andy, I'm going to be ready for you. But do me a favor. If you really want to be productive, because we ain't going to have a lot of time, Rafal pimped the shit out of me. He's pimping me out like a you-know-what. All right? So, listen, but I'm happy to help people. I get so much help, enjoyment from helping people. Come there prepared. Whatever, make a list. What are your problems? What are your things you want to accomplish? What do you want to see in your life? And then how are we going to get there? That's what you need to do. All right? So, to really make our time productive, come there prepared so you can just shoot it at me, all right? And then we'll sit there and we're going to have the best 30 minutes that probably some of the best of your life.
I appreciate it, man, because I already have it all in the Google Docs for the questions and everything, all my situations. And also just one quick thing, that Saturday night of the event, there's like UFC 279. I'm going to be using code, code Mallah.
Get double your money, all right?
All I'm going to say is that fight, the main event, is a really good fight. So if everyone that's watching, just tune in on that. It's like a start.
And what? When does the football season start?
Thursday.
Thursday? Come on, the
Thursday.
NFL. Who's playing the first game? The Bills and the Rams? You don't know.
Hey, that's good. Saturday
you
night.
sit around, you watch sports all the time. You're not working, and you don't even know who the first game is.
That's a good point. Are you going to have the UFC on at your hotel?
I don't know. I don't know. Is it that night?
Yeah, that night. It starts at 10,
That'd be
the main
great.
event.
All right. Well, let me see. I'll call the hotel and see if I can get it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's great.
The main
All right.
event.
I look forward to meeting you and you coming down there. And hey, anybody, football season starting. Don't just sit there for 3 hours watching the game. Put a little money on it. It'll make things a little more exciting.
Andy, so I have a question.
Yeah, one quick one is just that. So my credit score right now is 680, and I have the money to pay off all the the credit card debt down. But the thing is, I don't know if it's really worth it because I already have the house and I'm already getting ready to sell it and do a 1031 exchange. But I don't know if it's really worth it getting my credit up now.
686 is not a bad score. I mean, yeah, it's nice to be in the 700s, but
mine 800. That's
has the 686 affected your ability to borrow money in any way?
Just a little bit, yeah. Just
has it? Well, if it has, you don't have to pay stuff off necessarily, but there are credit experts out there. There are credit repair places. I think there are actually some nonprofit ones, that will tell you and show you and take your credit report apart and tell you exactly where you need to maybe throw a few bucks at it, maybe get rid of one thing or this or that will just get you in the 700 zone. So you but you might need to pay a little off or get rid of something that is hurting you. You need a credit repair expert, and there's plenty of them out there. And we'll talk about that when I see you. So yeah, we definitely got to work on your credit. Your credit is your life. What else?
All right, that's all, Ben. I just wanted to say.
And then you're selling a house, right? You said you're selling a house. You can be in a 1031.
Yeah.
You didn't live in a house. It was a rental house.
No.
Listen, you better start looking now. All right. 1031 is a great vehicle to defer your taxes, but you got to be ahead of the game. You need to start looking now. If you know for sure that you're selling that damn property and you're going to go in 1031, your clock's going to start ticking. You need to start looking now for the replacement right away.
Yeah, I already have a list of them that I've been looking.
Well, keep narrowing that list down to the really best deals that you can find. So this way you got no problem, going into that next deal. Line yourself up with the money, whatever it takes. We'll talk about it when I see you, but I really appreciate the phone call.
I appreciate it, Ben.
All right, look forward. I'll see you later. I'll see you in 10 days, baby. 10 days. All right. Very good. What else you got?
All right, shout out Tyrone. Thank you for the 5.
You better call Tyrone.
I will, baby.
What do you say?
Are there any areas you would recommend in the U.S. for real estate to invest in? I want to relocate from the UK.
Honestly, everywhere there's deals, okay? You just got to find them. But, high growth areas, you got to do your homework, all right? You go look up where are the new home builders opening up big new developments at. You can go to their website. You get a list of all the big home developers. I'm talking about the guys that build them 1,000 homes at a time. Those guys are creating neighborhoods, okay? They're creating so all of a sudden there wasn't 1,000 people living there now, but in 6 months there's gonna be 1,000 people, families, not even people, families. Could be 5,000 people coming into that area. They're gonna need all kinds of services. They're gonna need affordable housing to support the people that support them. They're gonna need workers. They're gonna need everything in that area. So you need to look for areas that are growing. And the best way to find that is 2 ways that I look at. Look at where all the big home builders are opening up new sites and are working on sites right now. And then also, you can look in the news of like where they're opening up new factories maybe. Is Amazon building something here? Is Tesla going to build a factory here? It's all about growth. You want to find places that are growing. All right. It's always easy to find a place that's already grown and it grows a little, it goes down, it goes up, goes down. You always find deals there, but the easiest place to find opportunity is in places that are growing. All right. What else?
All right. Shout out 3. Thank you for the $10. Ben, I'm an agent out of Atlanta from your favorite brokerage. Come buy some deals in Atlanta. We have some solid 2 caps.
2 cap. I'm not getting out of bed for a 5 cap. Forget about 2 cap. And if I go to Atlanta, somebody might put a cap in my ass. I got some enemies there. No, I'm just kidding.
Atlanta's a great place.
Yeah, it's a great place. All right.
Shout out J-Ro. Thank you again for the donation.
I'm scared of the housewives of Atlanta. Oh my God, shit. All right, what else?
Did you ever end up getting your son the Scat Pack?
Scat Pack. He ain't got his license yet. He don't get his license till February. But guess what he's going to do if he doesn't stop coughing? I might not let him go. His brother went out and bought a new Corvette. So I said, now he didn't having a Corvette, he wants to make the most of it. So now he's going to Sebring Raceway and he's learning how to ride that Corvette, drive it around the track. So he did it, he loved it, and now he's taking his other 2 brothers with him.
It's gonna be fun. I'm
this
excited.
Friday, Aaron, at 15 years old, is going to be driving somebody else's, thank God, Corvette around the racetrack and learning how to race.
gonna be fun.
All right.
I'm really excited for it.
So, and I didn't get no scat pack. I'm not going to get him even a rat pack until I see some decent grades. The report card
Actually, right now I have all
determines the
A's.
kind of car he gets.
Oh, as a matter of fact, guess what I got on my government quiz today?
85.
A 100
On what?
on my government quiz.
Prove it. Send me an email.
I'll show you. After
I
the
want to
podcast.
know how to go on the site for the school. You're going to show me
I'll set it up.
how to go on a site for the school. I want to see all your grades, all your classes for you and your cousin.
I'll show you.
All right?
But
I want to know
don't-
what's going on.
They
You
only
guys don't
release
like to
grades
tell
2
nobody
times a
nothing.
semester.
You only brag about the good stuff. You never tell nobody about the bad stuff.
Isn't that what you do?
Oh,
I don't have any bad stuff.
You're
I
right.
ain't got no bad
I'm
stuff, so
just
I ain't got to
saying.
worry. I'm already up there, baby.
You're
You
right.
need to get on my level.
You're right. You're
I
right.
give everything I do the best I can, and I get an A. Every project I buy, every real estate deal I do is at least an A minus.
You're
What
right.
else?
You're 100% right. Shout out Lumberjack Landlord. Thank you again for the $20. Thanks, Ben. No log cabins. I'm a 9th grade dropout. I own 121 units, 41 buildings, and now stacking cash to buy some bigger stuff. Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
Hey, we got a lot in common. I graduated in the 9th grade. They told me that if I went to summer school and took this crazy class in algebra, that they'd give me a diploma and for the junior high school, which I did, and that's where I stopped going to school. So, I dropped out in the 9th grade too. And that's great. You got 121 units, you got 41 buildings, and stacking cash, baby. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, man. Come on down to the show and bring your axe with you. I'll get a couple of telephone poles and we'll chop them down. All right, thanks.
All right. Thank you, Saintsker, for the 100s. I don't know what currency that is, but hey, Ben, do you do consultations for real estate markets outside the U.S., or do the fundamentals remain the same for most markets? Thanks.
Real estate is basically the same everywhere, except I don't know the market outside the U.S. I don't know the tax laws. I don't know how it works. It's very different. I looked at it, and it's not for me. I can tell you that. It's very tough. I cannot give you advice on something I don't have experience in. So if it's outside the U.S., I can look at a deal, and tell you if the numbers work. But, I'm not an expert outside the U.S. It's a whole different ballgame to me. So don't waste your money even calling me about outside the U.S. because, I can just tell you the fundamentals. How much money you got coming in, how much money you got going out, and what the property should be worth. It's all the same everywhere in the world, but,
All right. Shout out Too Short. Thank you for the
Too
$4.99.
Short.
Ben, have a happy
Freak your tails, too short.
Ben, have happy at the conference. Want to see the details of the hotel business.
Ben, I'll try and ask him, but Happy's very busy. It's very hard for Happy to get away. He never gets any time off. Now he's opening up a new restaurant, one of the hotels. But I'll try. But we're gonna do one in Tampa. If this one does really well, and you make me coughing, then we're gonna do one in Tampa.
Oh my God! I'll be
All
the
right,
next.
I better
But
turn over here.
If Too Short's coming to town, then I better be ready. I met Too
Short.
Short once in a club, I think in Oakland. I used to hang out in East Oakland. I lived there, and I think he was in a club one night. But I like Too Short. He just we can't go into that. All right, what else?
All right,
Ain't for everybody.
Shout out Philip Lewis. Thank you for the $49.99.
All right, my pa's gonna eat good tonight.
All right, in Florida, can they do eminent domain on waterway frontage? Here in Dallas, we had 3 eminent domains on some of our properties. Recommend checking to making sure no future eminent domain plans are in the works for future 1031 investments.
Eminent domain is what it is. It's the government, it's the municipality.
Oh,
And if they have a reason and they say they need that area or they need that property or they need it for the better of the entire society around there, I don't think you can fight them. And the best thing to do is when you have eminent domain issues, you need to really have a lawyer that specializes in it. But I don't know if you can not ever plan to have eminent domain. Typically eminent domain only happens on busy roads. In my experience, I know guys that bought stuff and they say, hey, eminent domain came in, they paid me a decent price. So what are you going to do? You need to consult an attorney if you're ever dealing with them and have them negotiate to make sure you're getting the most out of it and making sure all your future value is included in whatever you sell for. And, but you can't avoid it 100%, but it doesn't happen as much as you think. It mainly happens on main roads that are very busy, that need to be enlarged, made widened, build bridges, do this. If it's near a water type conservation, yeah, definitely, you got to worry about it. I think the city's talking about coming in and wanting to take a lake away from us, to use it for a water retention program they had. But they're going to pay us. So what are you going to do? All right.
All right, shout out Sean Roberts. Thank you for the $9.99. Hey, Jimmy. The other night I saw a video of you getting a roundhouse kick to the head from Big Boss Man when he fought Earthquake. You're the man.
I still remember that. He'd like to knock me in the middle of next week, but that was a great time back then with Earthquake and the Big Boss Man. We had so many great matches back in the day, and we're still out doing promotion for the WWE now. And like I said, if you get a chance, don't forget this Sunday night, E! Entertainment. It's the making of WrestleMania 1, which I was part of. So if you get a chance, check that out, please.
So what happened to you? You got hit in the head?
I was managing Earthquake against Big Boss Man, and one thing led to another, and I guess I probably shot off my mouth too much, and I got an unbelievable super kick.
Where were you when he hit you?
In
the ring, out of the ring, where?
That's a good question. It's been so much. I can't. He hit me so hard, I can't remember. No, it happened so many years ago, but we've had so many matches with so many different people. I have to go back and look at some of the old videotapes.
You must have done something to provoke him, didn't you?
I doubt it.
I remember, what was it? Lou Albano would go and hit the guys, or
Lou Albano was great
when they were wrestling. While they were wrestling, he'd go to the guy who's wrestling against and grab his leg and stuff.
But that was Captain Lou, not me.
Well, but
Fred
you must have
Blassie.
done something to provoke him from wanting to hit you.
Well, you never know.
Or was it just your big mouth of the South?
Maybe a little bit of everything back then, but thank you for reminding me of that kick. I appreciate it so much. Hey, and don't forget, once again, 10 days away, right?
10 days, the countdown, 10 days.
The family's going to be there.
To live, real live,
if Aaron's
in person, human. We're going to be humans.
If Aaron's well, he'll be there.
Yeah,
I should be there.
Okay, all right, he should be there. Okay,
or
great.
unless he racks that Corvette up.
But it's something to think about.
Better not. There's a high deductible on that goddamn rental Corvette you're using.
I know.
Hey,
you better not do nothing stupid and crash that car. I'll kill you.
UFC, don't forget UFC.
UFC's coming up, and NFL's getting ready to start. My bookie's ready to double your money if you open up an account with them. What else we got, Aaron?
Shout out JJ. Thank you for the $1.99. Ben, what are your thoughts on accelerating depreciation?
It's a very good question. Accelerating depreciation is something that I'm now looking at doing. Have I ever done it? No. Was I told to do it many times? Yes. My accountant told me you should do it on properties you plan on holding for a long time. Okay, well, the problem with me is that, depreciation's great because it lowers my taxable income, tax bill, and I'm going to start looking at doing it with long-term assets. Okay, so it's definitely something I'm going to be meeting with my accountant with. I understand you get all your depreciation quicker, so you pay, you're claiming less income and you pay less tax. So it's definitely something I need to look into. Right now, regular depreciation's been pretty good to me, but with interest rates going up, I got to save every penny I can. So thanks for reminding me. And I definitely think it's a smart move to make if you're going to own a property for a long time. And take that depreciation now and put more money in your pocket, less than Uncle Sam's. That's the way our systems work. It's the rules of being capitalistic.
Was the stock market up or down today?
That stock market's a bouncing friggin' ball. You know what I did yesterday? I tried to improve my position on the cab ride thing. What's it called? Uber. I don't know. I don't want to go into a long story. Before Mike, he passed away. And, he ran an account for me and he bought some stuff back when the market was good. And now the market sucks. So now I'm upside down in some of the positions. Uber was one of them. I think it climbed up like $1 from when I bought it from yesterday. But then it went back down by the end of the day, but I improved my position because I bought it cheaper than I owned it. So, it's the stock market's up, it's down. Who the hell knows? I think just people I feel like buying stock today. So a bunch of people buy stock and the price goes up. And I'm selling today. And then a bunch of people sell it and then the price goes down. I don't know. It's a game you play and you better have the wherewithal to handle it. But what else? Anything else from you, Aaron?
Super chat. Thank you to Lextasy for $5. Ben, I'm looking for a 3-unit empty retail building just outside the city limits. How do I figure out how much should I lease the units for?
Looking at a 3-unit empty building. All right. Why is it empty is the number one reason. Can you rent it? Okay. Because if it's totally empty, you got nothing coming in, you got nothing. So, you got to release it based on the comps that other people are renting other space for. It's by price per square foot. How much is somebody else that has retail space renting their property out for? You could find out. You better know what the competition's doing. But it scares me if there's only 3 units there and they're all 3 empty. What's the story behind it? That's definitely something you need to get me on the phone with, because we got to find out the story behind that property. Why is it empty? What kind of shape is it in? What kind of places can you rent to? What's the demand? It's all about supply and demand. You need to supply whatever the demand is. So I get me on the phone to talk about it. All right. What else we got?
Hey, Ben, thank you to Ben Most, $20. I am over leveraged using 500,000 K for 6 million in exposure to future stock contracts. I make 5 to 10,000 daily, but I pay 50% tax. I day trade, average trade 1 to 30. Mind? I don't know what that means. I'm 21. Should I pivot to real estate? Word into leverage in trading.
I'm over leveraged using 500K for 6 million exposure. I mean, what you're doing is it sounds like he's option trading, or you're doing futures. Listen, what you're doing is way out of my league as far as trading goes. It sounds like you're tying up a lot of stock with a little bit of money, or looks like less than 10%. And I mean, you need to at least get whole again. Is there a way you can get whole back to even and not be over leveraged? Or I don't know. You need to trade your way out of a jam if you're in it. I mean, real estate is a good place to park money and to invest money if you can find the right deal. But you're going to need some money to do it with. If you took that 500K, and you got out of the stock market, that 500K could buy you, just like it buys you 6 million in options or futures. It'll buy you about 2 million in real estate. Okay. So if you can find a deal with 2 million, but you make it worth 3 million, you made $1 million. I mean, that's the way real estate works. It's not, it's not some kind of magic show. You got to make it happen. You got to find a deal. Do you know anything in real estate? Do you know any deals? Can you find deals?
All right, we're going to try to put a caller here. Sergio
right Clemente. Wasn't he a baseball player?
No baseball.
Yes, sir. Can we help you? How you doing?
Very good. So I have a question. Do you expect the housing to crash? And if so, how will the builders cope with construction? Is the construction going to stay at a high cost like it is now? Or because of the housing crash, is it going to go down, or you expect it to go down?
Well, the problem is, I think, and I'm not an expert, the reason why construction costs so much money right now is, number one, it costs a lot of money to transport materials because of oil, interest rates. It's all about oil and interest rates to me. I mean, the problem is this. It's not going to crash, but it's definitely going to, I think it's going to call what they call a recorrection. It's going to come down because, like I said, it's all tied to how much money people can borrow and what rate they can borrow at. Okay, so yeah, I think the home builders are going to get hurt because, whatever their projections were, they're not going to meet them. And then, yes, you're right. The cost of construction is still going to stay up high because the salaries are high. Materials cost a fortune. So, we could see a big turnaround in real estate. But it's not going to be a total crash, but it's going to readjust to normal. It only makes sense if things are normal. Things aren't normal right now. Price of real estate is not normalized with the price of the interest rate. So the real estate needs to come down to be in line with with the interest rate. And we're going to sit back now for the next 6 months or whatever, and we're going to watch all the prices come down. I believe it have to. Otherwise, people are not going to buy. Nobody's going to buy real estate that's too expensive.
I see what you're saying, but the question I have is, if there is a shortage of housing in the market right now, there are more renters than houses available to rent. Would that, in a way, help construction of low-cost housing in which you can put these people in?
I mean, it depends on location. I think my area where I live in Florida is overbuilt. I have never in my life seen so many new apartment buildings going up everywhere. Apartment buildings, condominiums, you name it. Building. People have been building the shit out of things for the past few years where I think they're almost overbuilt. So I don't know. I'm not, but every location's different. I mean, it's all about supply and demand. If there's a big demand for real estate, a place to live, then you're supplying it, you'll be fine. What are you doing?
I build in Punta Gorda. We are building single-family homes, affordable housing, about $400,000 now. They were 280 just about a year and a half ago. Now they are 400. But that's what I do there. But I also buy apartments and rent them out, and I see that rents are going crazy. You're getting 1% return a month on your money. In other words, if you buy an apartment for 120, you can get 12, 13, 1400 in rent. I mean, the return is very good. I mean, will that stay that way? That was what I wanted to know.
I mean, but you're talking about the norm. The norm is getting $1,200 a month and paying $120,000 for the unit. That's normal. Okay, but it also depends on your interest rate on what you pay in the bank. Okay, what are you paying the bank for interest?
For me, I'm buying them cash.
Well, that's fine, for you, but you're limited on what you can do if you're using all your cash up and not spreading it out into bigger deals. What you do with your cash, I could do 4 or 5 times with my cash.
See, the idea that I see, if I leave cash in the bank with inflation today, 8 and 10%, real inflation is at 20%. They lie to you that it is 8, that is 9. It's not 8 and 9. It's at least 18 to 20%. With that kind of an inflation, your 100,000 in the bank next year is going to be 80. What good is it to keep it there? I'd rather buy something and get 1% on my money a month.
I mean, that's great if it works for you, but like I said, I like to spread my money around and borrow from the bank at 4 or 5%, and then go out and make
No,
10,
I agree.
But I understand what you're saying. But the point is, if you could buy units with $100,000 cash, or $120,000, rent it for $1,200 a month, and it cash flows well for you because you have no mortgage, that's great. You're investing your money, you're controlling it, and you're your own bank basically. You use your own money.
At some point when interest rates are reasonable, I would leverage it, get my money out, and then buy some more. But
that was a year ago. That was 8 months ago. 8 months ago, the rates were nothing, zero practically. I was borrowing money for 2.5%. Now I'm paying 4 or 5%.
Yeah, but 8 months ago there were 15 people going for one apartment. That if we were asking 120, it would sell for 175 or 180.
You're in Punta Gorda. It's growing over there. You're in the right location, and you need to just keep buying as much as you can and keep doing whatever you can. Interest rates aren't a factor for you, and that's great. Buy everything you can if it makes sense. But building houses, you better be careful, because if you're looking to sell those houses, you're going to see a drop in people buying new houses.
I agree with you. If they don't sell, I'm going to rent them, so I'm not worried, because we build.
As long as the rent equivalents what your investment is, and and you get a profit, then that's great too. You keep doing what you're doing. Listen, everybody's got their own cup of tea. If your cup of tea works for you, then keep doing it. Do as much as you can. But just be careful building houses. You might be stuck renting a lot of those houses out.
I appreciate it.
And thanks for the call. We appreciate it. And I used to be called, my wife used to call me Puta Gorda. Not Puta Gorda. Gordo. All right. Well, good luck to you. Take care.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Shout out Hosu. Thank you for the $10. Hey Ben, how can I start to buy small building complex with 8 units at 1.5 million? What do I need to do to start with? I have no experience, but would like to start investing. I'm in California.
I mean, listen, you want to buy units at 1.5 million, 8 units, 8 times. They were buying them for a little less than 200 a door. That could work in California, depending on what the rents are and the expenses. I mean, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to go out and buy a property for 1.5 million, 8 units, you got to have 300 grand down, at least $300,000 down, 20% down, get a loan for the other $1.2 million. And that's what you got to do. You got to raise 300 grand if you want to buy $1.5 million, unless you get the seller to do a second or some carry or something like that, but typically you need 20% down for 8 units of commercial property. Anything over 4 or more is commercial. 5 or more is commercial, Jimmy Hart. 1 to 4 is residential.
Well, you know what? I've learned a little bit today. My Uber ride is here once again, but I just want to say this: 10 days away from an unbelievably with Ben Mallah. The family's going to be there. You're going to learn
so much. Stop pushing the family.
You're going to learn so much about real estate. This guy is a genius. Trust me. I've known him for 5 or 6 years now, ever since we had Hogan's Beach over there,
I think
right?
it's been more than that, Jimmy.
It's been okay.
I think
Well,
it's
time
about
passes
8.
by quickly. You know, I've had so much fun with you.
He doesn't know what year it is.
He's the real deal. If you want to learn about real estate, check out benmallah.com, right?
Yes, sir.
And tickets are on sale as we speak, right?
Yes, sir.
When's it going to be? 10 days from now?
Yes, sir.
10th and 11th, Fort Lauderdale. It's going to be unbelievable, baby. I love you. I'm out. My Uber ride's here. God bless you. Aaron, I hope you get better.
Thank
okay?
you. Appreciate it.
Don't give
Mr.
anybody
Jimmy.
COVID. All right, bye, Raphael.
Jimmy Hart, WWE Hall of Famer,
Thank you.
the mouth of the South.
Hey, look, I got my shoes off.
Very good. He already had to get the carpets clean in his room because, Jimmy, come on, take your shoes off. You walk in the house like this, an expensive carpet, I had to get the carpet cleaner in. I just not sending him a bill. All right. What else? We got anything else? Or we done?
Yeah, we got some super chats, so we could just bang through these real quick and we'll be done. So shout out Daniel Gray. Thank you for the $10. Hey Ben, I bought 2 self-storages for $1.675 million when they were making around 17 grand a month. I have now got them up to making around 27 grand a month. How much would a property like this be valued at?
All right, they used to be making around $17,000 a month. Now I'm making up $27,000 a month. How much would the property like this be worth? I mean, it's based on what the NOI is. If it's making now $10,000 more a month, typically $10,000 a month is $120,000 a year, which self-storage is not really like a heavy business. So it's similar to it's like real estate, So basically, $120,000 a year could be easily considered to be, let's see, at 10%, 1.2, could be 2.4. I mean, you could actually, in reality, have created over $2 million worth of equity by raising your income by $10,000 a month. Because $10,000 a month can give somebody 120 grand a year if they owned it, and 120 grand a year at 10% is $1.2 million. So at 5% would be $2.4 million. But let's say you're somewhere in the middle because you still got to run the business. It's not like a 5 cap or something. So you're roughly about $2 million. That you've increased the value. Now what you need to do is, if you have a loan, go out there and refinance it if the interest rate don't kill you, and get all your money out of it if you have any money tied up in it. Because now you probably can now own the real estate and own the business with none of your own money in, and then you're still making money. So. Good job. You did a great job. You must have been smart when you were real smart when you bought it, and you did your work and you approved it. And now you should have made yourself a couple of $1 million, baby. Good move. Now you go do it. Storage is a great business, providing there's a demand for what you have to supply. The type of storage you're supplying, it's all based on supply and demand.
All right, shout out JSR. Thank you for the $9.99. I bought a commercial property in 2019, and it appreciated in value from $350K to $550K, along with our business, which also appreciated. What can I tell the bank so they can give me a loan or cash out?
Show them the numbers. Listen, everything has a value, and every bank is going to appraise your property or your business with a value. Now, if the value increased 200 grand on the real estate, that's right up the bat. You get an appraisal. It can prove it based on the comparable sales. Now you have an additional $200,000 of equity in there. Go to the bank and say, listen, my property's worth $550,000 right now. How much will you loan me? Find out what they'll give you. Will they give you 80%? Will they give you 75%? I don't know. But go find out. It's very easy to apply for a refi. Listen, you don't have to take the loan if you don't want it, but it ain't going to hurt you to go out there and find out how much money you get your hands on. Because let me tell you, inflation. The point is this: cash. When you got cash, you can make moves. So get your hands on every dime you can and get it in the bank and put it in the safe investments. And you can make some moves with some other stuff.
All right, shout out Johnny Cola. Thank you for the $50. Ben, do you think 10X is crooked? I need a 10,000 square foot building, but found 53,000 square foot building for the same price, but it's got contamination under the building. Is it worth the risk for the possible savings? Hope to have my shop there and do storage with the rest. What do you think?
Listen, 10X is not crooked, okay? I bought John's Pass on 10X.
10X. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, is that correct? The place is a gold mine. All right, I bought other stuff on 10X. 10X is basically just all it is an auction site. Okay, then people put their properties or agents put the property on the auction, and you have an auction, and it gets bidded up to a price that somebody wants to pay. Now, the reason why it's the same price for 53,000 square feet as it is for the 10,000 that you're looking at is because of the contamination. Okay, that kills the value. What you're going to have to do if you're really serious about that big project, you need to discuss it with a phase one environmental engineer. You know, I hire them for every property that I buy. The bank requires a phase one report. If you got contamination, you might need to move to the phase two. They have a phase two report. And, you know, and you have to find out what the situation is and can you repair it, or I forgot the right word, put it back and clean it up and make it right. All right. I have properties that have contamination issues. We have a program, whether, you know, whatever, it's the water, it's the dirt, whatever the case may be. There's always a solution to cure contamination if you really want to. You know, I knew gas stations and guys that wanted to sell and people wanted to buy them, and they said, well, the dirt's contaminated. Well, what do? You hire a company, has an engineering license and all the proper credentials. They come in, they take all the goddamn dirt out of it, they take it away, and to somewhere they burn the shit out of it to get all the contamination out of it. And then they come in with fresh dirt, and they do testing, and they prove to the government that the land is now clear. All right, there's a process you got to go through. You got to find out how much does it cost for you to go through that process to clean that land. Or there could be a program where you can live with the contamination if you're going to use it for yourself and just have to do monitoring testing. They have that too. Depends on the level of the contamination. How bad is the contamination? But that's why they discount it, because they probably don't want to go through all the hoops to clean the land up and sell it for 5 times what it should be sold for. Do your homework. Find out. It could be a good deal.
Right. All right. Shout out Fix and Flip Dusty. Thank you for the $5. Hey Ben, you looking for an off-market single family? Wait, that's not right. Single family. Is it SFR? What is that again?
Single family residence.
Yeah,
yes.
single family residence deals in South California by chance.
No. I mean, you know, the point is, I don't want to live in California. I don't want to own nothing in California. I did my time. I served my time. I got paroled, and now I'm free. I don't want to be in California. I don't want to be in New York. It's my personal feeling, and that's the way I'm going to live the rest of my life. Down here in sunny Florida, where things are different, and I'll leave it at that. What else you got?
All right, shout out Investment
But
Joy.
thanks for the offer.
Thank you for the $20.
Unless you tell me like that house that was worth like 200 million and sold for 100 million, I might look at something like that, but not that big of a number. If it was like Michael Jackson's place, you know, I wanted to buy that. And if you had the rights to make it into like a museum or something, that would have been great. Unless it's something very, very special, I'm not interested. But if you come across something special, go to Ben Mallah, ask Ben Mallah at Ben Mallah something. What is it called? Email us. How?
Ask
Ben
at benmallah.com. That's the email.
at benmallah.com. All right, there you go.
All right. Let's see. Shout out Investment Joy. Thank you for $20. He texted Rafal. Shout out Navid. Thank you for the $20 as well. Ben, Aaron, thank you. We have land that is right by the freeway. We live in Texas and by the border of Oklahoma. They build new resort casino. What business is good to build? Land size is about the size of 2 Home Depots.
Well, you know, the first thing you're going to do is to find out, put a sign up. Land for sale, build to suit, land for lease. You know, find out what your options are. Who's coming there? Now the casino's there. Who else is coming there? Are you getting any kind of other, you need gas stations? Do you need retail? Find out what developers want to develop in that area. And the only way you're going to find out is to put it on the market. And then look and see what other people have sold for in that area. If anybody else is building, look for other new projects going up and see what's going on. Maybe a hotel will want to come there and build. I don't know. Maybe another casino. Who knows? But you don't know until you put it out there for the world to see.
Yep. All right. Shout out Jackmere. Shout out John G. Thank you for the $2. Ben, do you invest in mutual funds like Vanguard?
Yes, I invest in everything. Some go good, some go bad. When the market turns to crap, everything goes to crap, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, you know, you can invest in anything if you feel it's the right, you know, investment in the right company. I got some winners. I had some losers. I mean, that's where your wealth manager comes in, and he's no magician. It's a market, but look at the history and then look at the history of what happened to the fund when it crashed during 2008 or another time when you saw the market go down a lot, go back and look at the whole history of the fund.
Hey, Ben, we
See
got
how
a
it's
caller.
performed.
We
All
got a
right, we got a
caller.
caller. We have a caller.
Hello, caller.
We got no caller. You're a liar.
No, he's on the line. Hey, caller.
Yeah, Rafal. You know, I don't know what you're doing. You're drinking too much of that vodka over
All right,
there, Rafal.
we'll see if we can contact him again. Sam, thank you for the $10. He said, "What are you or Lil Ben asking per square foot for the unit on iDrive between the Crab Place and Rita's, the one in Orlando, right? Yeah."
I don't know the particulars, but I can tell you right now, the place is full. The place is brand new. The place is on the most busiest, best streets, one of them probably in the world when you think about it. I drive in Orlando. It's right there with everything. With what's the name of that thing you go into? You know, the slides. What's it called? The park. What's the name of the park where you go on the slides? It's famous there.
Oh, Volcano Bay, right?
Who owns Volcano Bay?
Universal.
Universal. It's right in the middle of Universal Studios and all kinds of other stuff. I don't know, but go to AskBen at benmallah.com and we'll get you an answer. I don't know what the rents are. I don't know what the cap rate is, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably going to be looking for a low cap rate, because it's brand new. It's got good tenants in it. It's got like a franchise tenant in there, Rita's Ice Cream or something. It's got some other good tenants. It's there's no management involved. It's triple net. I'm sure Ben set the leases up right where the tenant's got to pay for the taxes, the insurance, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So go email me and I'll get you an answer. I'll tell you that.
All right.
And I'll do it quick because I think he's looking to list the property on the market.
Ooh.
So if I hurry up and sell it to you before you list it, then I'll save the commission.
True.
Very good. I'll knock the commission down off your price. How about that? Check me outside.
There you go. All right. Shout out Josh. Thank you for the $5. I just bought my first house, which is House Hack. Should I save for the next down payment or put it into equity and refinance in the future?
What is a house hack?
Anyways, he bought his first house. Should he save for the next down payment?
Hack it. What does hack mean?
Don't worry about that.
Should I save for the next down payment or put it into equity and refinance
in the future?
Listen, you bought a house. I don't know if you're living in it. I don't know if you're renting it, but you should always try to grow. Okay. And the only way you're going to grow is to have cash to put down. How much is the next house you're going to want to buy? How much down payment do you need? Why are you buying it? Are you going to make money on it? You need to get a hold of me. I mean, I need to know what the real story is here. Okay. How much equity you got in the house? There's a lot of details involved in trying to, discuss probably a few $100,000 investment you're talking about. So, but I can tell you right now, if you bought the house, if you're living in it, then live in it. If you're not living in it and renting it out, then you should be trying to get the next one. All right. And if you're trying to live somewhere, try to buy something with income property. But I definitely recommend you need to have a serious conversation with me. All right.
All right. Shout out Vermont Internet Design. Thank you for the $10. How do you convince the community to let you do construction projects?
Convince the community. Have fun with that. I mean, typically, when you say convince the community, man, it sounds like you want to do some kind of zoning change or something like that. I mean, you have to present it to the community. They have board meetings. You have to get on their calendar if it requires that. I mean, maybe don't require their permission. You have to convince them when you need their permission. If you don't need their permission, you ain't gonna tell them shit. If the place is zoned to do what you want to do, you can do it. But if it's not zoned for what you want to do, and if you need help from them, then you're going to have to go in front of the meeting, get on the calendar, present your case to them, and whoever the forces to be are, every area is different. You start with the building department, I guess, and find out, hey, I want to do this. How can I accomplish it? Talk to the city, talk to the community. A lot of times, the municipalities will work with you if you sit down and put your plan on the table. I mean, I work with plenty of communities, but if it's individuals that don't want you, and they're protesting, like I've had that happen too, on doing certain things, then, I mean, you're going to have to deal with it, fight with the community. But ultimately, the municipality has the power to help you and do what you want to do.
All right. Shout out Supreme Code. Thank you for the $5. Hey, Ben, what should you know about a condo association before making an offer on an apartment, specifically when using a conventional loan?
I mean, you want to make sure the condo association is strong. Okay. You don't want to, and you have the right to know all these things before you buy a condo. Make sure the association's strong. Make sure they got the proper reserves. Make sure they're collecting all their dues. Make sure they're maintaining the property properly. I mean, it has to be a strong condo association, because if it's not, the bank's not going to want to loan you money. I can tell you that right now. The bank's going to look at them and make sure they're strong, and they're going to probably want to see their books, which they have to show you. So, just verify and make sure that they're strong. Your agent should be able to help you with that. Whoever's helping you buy the property, or, go to the association yourself if you have a contract. If you have a contract to buy a condo, you have a legal right to the due diligence. Part of the due diligence is seeing the strength and the everything's that's stable with the condo association.
All right, shout out some dude. Thank you for the $4.99. My dad owns some real estate around California, and he wants his 4 kids to start owning some. Is more investors good? What should we start with?
Your dad owns some real estate in California. Well, is he willing to, bring you in? He can gift you lifetime gift. He can include you right away if he wanted to, or you got to find a deal. Real estate is always going to be necessity for everybody in this world, whether you're living in it, you're running a business out of it, you're building stuff out of it. It's always going to be a good investment provided you find the right good deal. If your father really wants you guys to get in it, he's going to have to help you. He may have to go on loan for you. He may have to help you find a deal. He may have to give you the money. He can gift you money. He can loan you money. He can do all kinds of things. He's already in real estate. So he needs to take you under his wing like I did for my kids and get out there and get busy and start looking for deals that make sense.
Hey, Ben, let's put a
You got a
IGH
caller?
very quick.
IGH!
What's up, man?
There he is. How you doing?
How are you?
How are you? Everything good?
Good. Just closing on some deals. I was just actually just sold my apartment building in New York here. So
All right. Congratulations in New York. Hey, listen. Oh, man, I think you missed the auction. There was a condo on Park Avenue.
I saw that.
But it had to be medical. It was on Park Avenue, and the opening bid was $300,000. And I was thinking, I don't know if you knew about it. I don't think the auction may be over already. I'm not sure.
I think it's done. I did know about it, but they wanted medical.
How could you not find a doctor, a psychiatrist, a chiropractor, somebody that wants an office on Park Avenue? A dentist, anybody would want to be on Park Avenue. I would think that would be easy to rent.
No, it shouldn't be a problem.
I was hoping you would have bought it and made some money on that. Then I could come visit you on Park Avenue. I always wanted a friend on Park Avenue. You would have been perfect.
I think I saw it too late. But listen, Ben, it's great seeing you guys again, and I'll see you. I'll see you in September. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to tell everyone that's watching. Listen, I've been to every single one. Okay, this is Ben's for real. You meet Ben, shake hands with Ben. You meet Ben's family. You get advice. You have a good time. You network. Great networking people. What does Ben always say to people? Surround yourself with other people that want to do what you do, and that's what this is for.
And you're doing it, baby. You're a shaker and a mover. I know it for a fact. Okay. So if you come to the event, not only you get to hang out with me and people like me to have like 30 years experience, and you got people like we got to stop calling him IHG.
Owen.
IGH.
Owen.
You're going to be around people like Owen, okay? Guys that are shakers and movers, baby, making money. Nice, good, honest people. That's what our group's all about.
That's
so
right.
I honestly feel sorry for a lot of people that don't come or don't get a ticket, because it's such a great thing to be around people like you and hang out and talk about real estate and just, it's positive, it's a positive thing. And I can't wait to see you. I can't wait.
Listen, the hotel's awesome. I'll tell everyone the hotel's awesome. The show is awesome. Everything's great. Like, if you booked a private event with Ben, for those you booked, smartest decision of your life. You get one-on-one.
Do me one favor. Last time you were there, you partied pretty hard in that room. You invited everybody up to your room, champagne, and you can't do that no more. It's just too much. I appreciate it. Everybody appreciate it, but I'm just kidding. You're a great guy, and I can't wait to see you again.
Hey, when are you coming?
Absolutely.
I gotta get you on my boat. I gotta get you on my boat, man.
Absolutely.
Maybe know. My boat while we're down there. All right. Maybe come meet me down at the boat. All right.
Sure. Let me know. I'll be there. Let me know.
All right. Very good. But thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
I'll see you there. Thank you.
All right. You're the man. What kind of car are you driving?
What kind of car do you think?
You're driving in New York?
I rented a car.
Oh, you rented a car.
I had to fly from Georgia.
Oh, my God. All the way from Georgia. So did you rent a Tesla? No, you rent Tesla.
No, I'm not Tesla. I rented a
Tesla.
Just a regular car.
There you go. That's what I do. I always go to rent a car place. Say, give me the cheapest car you got.
Yeah, I have good cars at home. Why spend more money?
Right, exactly. I'm only going to be there to run around. Who the hell needs a fancy car? Especially, Well, thanks a lot. I really appreciate everything, and I can't wait to see you on. When you coming? You coming the whole weekend? You're going to be there Saturday and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, and you're going to help me too, right? You're going to help me.
I always help. All
right. I'm going to tell people, talk to that guy. This guy knows his shit.
Hey, talk to me. Everyone comes up to me. I'll be happy to talk to you. No problem.
All right. I appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Hey, Ben, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Aaron. I'll see you guys.
Thanks.
All right. We'll see you later.
It,
Thanks a lot. Take care. He truly is a great guy. I met the guy at every show.
He's really cool.
He's really good. He's nice. These are the kind of people I want to be around. You want to get around, you want to get up in life, you got to be around nice people trying to make it, and that's how you'll get ahead in life. Surround yourself with good people just trying to make it and get ahead in life. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, let's bang through these last chats. So shout out Joe Rogers. Thank you for the 49. Ben, here's another $5 for gas in your Rolls Royce.
All right, that'll get me to 3 blocks to the bridge. Thank you.
All right, Matt Canizo, thank you for the $9.99. Mallah mentality. Shout out to y'all, Rafal, Aaron, Ben, and Jimmy. Labor Day party at the Mallahs. I'll bring Pancit and Lumpia.
Oh, Banzit. Who's that? The guy
that's our barber.
That's Matt. You got to come fix my hair up before the show, man.
Yeah, mine too.
That's our hairstylist and also our Filipino cuisine expert.
He should bring some lumpia. You should bring some lumpia next time.
But I don't think I'll be here for Labor Day. But I'll call you if I am. You come over. You can bring lumpia. You can bring pancit. You can bring chicken adobo. But don't bring no dog. Okay. And you can bring your little dog, but don't bring none that's not alive.
Thanks, Matt.
All right,
Appreciate
Matt. Thanks very much.
All right, Hunter. Thank you for the $2. Aaron, you got to use that vapor rub to get better. Yeah, I got to put some on.
I ain't rubbing it on him. I'll tell you that. I got some of that Vicks rub. You can have that too. I'm going to doctor you up. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of drugs. They're going to put you out. You're going to go to sleep. You're going to wake up in the morning. You're going to feel like new money.
Yep. I'm ready. I need it.
All right. What else?
Shout out Daniel. Thank you for the $4.99. I live in Las Vegas. Just got my real estate license. Do you own real estate in Vegas? And how do you think the market is in Vegas? Cheers, guys.
I mean, 20 years ago, I left California. I had 2 places to go. I had Vegas and I had this part of Florida. I chose this part of Florida. I knew the market 20 years ago. I don't know it now. But, it boomed. I would have made money there. I just didn't want to bring up my kids and family there. So, Vegas is always going to be a booming place because you're always going to have people that are probably needing money. You're always going to have people coming, moving in, moving out. There's money flowing all the time with the gambling, with the tourism. People need a place to live. People are always going to need somewhere to stay. So there's always going to be an opportunity in Vegas, I would think. It's a very busy, moving place. The money's moving 24 hours a day, 7 days a week there. All you got to do is find your little niche to get a piece of it.
There you go. All right. Shout out Daniel. How many years of tax returns are needed on a commercial property before you can refinance or get second mortgage? A bank told me 2 years. Is that right?
I mean, typically they're going to want to see, 2, you're lucky, some say 3, 2 years tax returns. But, what's important is I think you're going to need, if you can show a stable property that has equity, all right, they can bend a little for you. All right. If your credit's good and the property is strong and you can easily prove by an appraisal that you have equity in it, you might get away with 1 year tax return. Maybe. It depends on the bank. Some big banks have bigger rules. Some little banks can bend the rules. You got different types of banks. You go to a bank to say, yeah, fine, we'll take 1 year tax return, but you're going to pass a little more interest rate. More risk, you pay more. All right. If you have less risk to the bank and you have 2 or 3 years tax returns, the bank feels more comfortable, you're going to get the best terms. So, but right now, you got to do what you got to do. Get the money any way you can. Shop around for a bank that's willing to play ball. But typically, the norm in the business is, 2 years tax returns. All right. But the more equity you got in that property and the more safety you can show the bank, the better. Because basically, the property is the collateral. Okay. And if they see that there's a lot of fat in that project and they're going to be in a safe place, then they're going to loan you some money.
All right. Shout out Fernando. You can only choose one, hotel or triple net. Which one do you choose?
Triple nets. Holy shit, the hotel will kick your ass. Why do you think I'm here begging people to rent rooms at my hotel? Because the slow season and the goddamn place is struggling.
Yep.
You know, hotel is a business. It's not real estate. And triple net is the best real estate, providing you have the right tenant and a long lease. You ain't got to do shit. Nothing. Okay? You're not even in real estate, basically, if you have a real triple net. Okay, but hotels is a 24/7 operation, and it will kick your ass up and down the street. But if you want to get your ass kicked, you can make money because hotels do make money, you know. But unfortunately, in Florida this time of the year, it's a little slow. So come on down and get your ticket. Hurry up before the rooms run out. We got king rooms. We got rooms with 2 beds in them. Every room is a full 1-bedroom size of a 1-bedroom apartment with a wet bar, a microwave, refrigerator. I mean, a living room, 2 big screen TVs, couch in the living room, furniture, you can relax. So come on down and get that room and then come see the show. If you rent a room for 2 people, you're getting the tickets for free. You're getting a room for free. I'm sorry. You buy a room for $400 for 2 people, you get 2 tickets with it. Well, there you go. The room's free. So what are you waiting for? Go on our website, benmallah.com, and book your room. For 2 people, the room's free. It's the same price as the damn 2 tickets.
All right. Shout out Ty. Thank you for the $4.99. What is a good first investment for someone with little to no money?
A good first investment.
I mean, that's...
Well, number one, the best first investment is, what is your, you know, if you can settle for not living, or if you're paying rent, you need to stop paying rent. That's the first thing in life. All right? And if you really want to take it up a notch, you don't just buy a house to live in, because you're basically just still paying like your rent, but at least you own something. If you can buy something, you can that takes away your housing expense and has an income. If you can get a duplex, you get a triplex, you get a fourplex, you buy a house with an in-law unit, something that brings in money. It's better than just owning a house, okay? Because now you got some income coming in, and technically, if you buy a duplex right, you can actually rent out 1 unit that'll pay the bills, and you can live for free. Not all the time, depends on how expensive the place is, depends on your interest rate, but it's very, very possible and doable. That's a fact. If you buy 3 units, you might even start cash flowing. You buy 4 units, you should be cash flowing, or else it's not the right deal. All right, what do we got?
Hey, Ben, we got a caller.
We have a caller. All right, caller, what's up?
Hey, Ben, what's going on, man? I spoke to you like a little while ago. I'm from like California and stuff. So I'm looking to get into like Airbnbs, right? So when I'm actually like negotiating rents with the complexes, what do I say to them to give me better rents?
You're renting places and now re-renting them to Airbnb? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I wouldn't tell them that. I mean, they may not like that, you know, but the point is the rent's the rent. You got to negotiate the best rent you can. Of course, you know, are you renting places by the year? What are you doing? You're trying to lease?
Like a 12-month lease.
Well, I mean, the point is you can try to negotiate, but I mean, normally apartment buildings have their set rents, and this is what the rents are, and that's what they're charging. And if you're not going to pay it, then somebody else probably will. So, I mean, you know, and I don't know what to say. I mean, you can't really negotiate. It's very hard to negotiate rents unless you're doing it with an individual that has a small property like a house, or if are they complexes with like 20, 50, 100 units in them?
Yeah, like, you know, they're like those mid-rises, like those 10-year-old mid-rises that have like that,
Right.
like it has like a thing in the middle, pool and stuff.
The only time I ever seen you be able to negotiate a rent is when they had a lot of vacancies. Okay, if they don't have a lot of vacancies, then there's no reason for them to reduce their rent. They're keeping the place full. You know, it's all about, you know, if they're desperate, if they're hungry, you know. But I mean, if you're renting, you're just a renter. So you're going to pay the market rent, whatever they're trying to get. Now, normally, if you sign a 1-year lease, they give you a little break. Maybe you can sign it for more than a year. I don't know. But I don't know, being a landlord, how a tenant can ever get a cheaper rent out of me. Unless you know, it's different. You're not going to be in a position to make deals like, you know, all right, I'll take this unit as is. You ain't got to fix it up or something like that. You know, then maybe, but I don't think you're in that situation. You know, you're dealing with management companies, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Like they're usually the ones
management
that
companies,
you
they're
talk
going to
to.
play by the book. Management company play by the book, and they don't really make deals. So I don't know what to say. I hope you got a big enough spread in what you're paying for rent, what you're renting them out for every month.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to negotiate them. But what about like some buildings do corporate leases, right? So the only issue is like they want to do their own screenings on these people that come in as guests under my lease, but that like messes up like the last minute. Huh?
It's not going to work. If they're that strict where they want to know who's coming and going in the apartment, then, it's not the right place for you. You need to find a regular apartment where you rent it out for a year, you pay your rent every month, they leave you the hell alone. That's basically what you need. You can't be getting involved with corporate rentals. Normally, it costs too much anyway for you to make any money, I would think. You need to rent a place where you're going to provide the furniture, you're going to stock it with everything you need, you're going to do all that. I mean, corporate rentals normally come furnished, and they're already doing like a monthly Airbnb is basically what they're doing.
Yeah, no, like corporate leases where it's under the LLC, but you basically like Airbnb it on that LLC.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but if the person that you're renting from, really wants to know what's going on and who's coming and going, then you're gonna have a problem. You can't do it. I mean, it's not going to be possible. You're gonna end up telling you to throw you out if you start bringing people in there that they don't know.
Yeah. What about like areas and stuff for like areas where I'm looking to do it, right? Like if you were to look for a new hotel and stuff, right? Like what are some things for location that you have to keep in mind if you're trying to like have people come in and like, Airbnb for you?
I mean, everything is supply and demand. You got to go to locations where there's a demand for Airbnb. Look at areas where there's no Airbnb that people are actually going to. I mean, typically, I always thought Airbnb is primarily tourist areas. I mean, it's where people go to vacation, and and you got to see where it's all about supply and demand. You got to find areas that don't have a supply of Airbnb, and you come there and be the supplier. I mean, that's what you got to do with Airbnb. It's all about supply and demand. It's mostly tourism to me. Otherwise people, their options are rent a hotel room. If they're on business, they typically rent a hotel room. I mean, I would think, but that's it. I mean, you got to find the right place. We want to buy a hotel or try to buy a small hotel, maybe if you can, and run it like an Airbnb. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible.
So for hotels, like, what should I look for when I'm buying a hotel in terms of like if it's a good deal? Like apart from the numbers game, right? Like what other things?
I mean, when I look at a hotel, I look at what can I do to this hotel that this guy's not doing that I can bring in more people, better people, and more money. That's what I look at. Is the guy not running it right? Does it look like a shabby place? Does the furniture look like shit? Is that why he's not renting rooms out? I mean, what's the problem? Everything, it's about adding value. How can you add value to take that hotel to the next level to where you'll get the next level money and the next level clientele? I mean, that's what we do. We come into hotels. The guys aren't running the best they can. They may need a cash flow injection to do a bunch of capital improvements, and Happy will come in. They'll redo the whole damn place. The place will look like new money, and we'll get better people and better reviews, and, that's the way it is, like any other business or real estate,
Well, you just look at the competition and like look at their reviews, look at like how the rooms look and like all that stuff.
If the hotel next door is doing much better business than the guy you're looking at buying, you got to find out why. What is the guy next door doing that this guy ain't doing that he's not making the same money? And typically it's fixing them up, freshening them up, making them a place that's inviting that somebody wants to stay in, I mean, that's all. It's common sense, just in every real estate deal.
Yeah.
All right, Ben. We're gonna move on to super chats.
All right. Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben.
All right. If you want to buy a hotel, Fort Lauderdale Sheraton, you can come to the show and inspect the hotel while you're there. Make me an offer.
All right. I thank you for the $5. Hey, boss. What was the biggest mistake you made on a fixer upper?
On a who?
On a fixer upper. Biggest mistake.
Biggest mistake on a fixer-upper. I mean, every property I bought, I think it was a fixer-upper pretty much. It needed something. So, the biggest mistake was probably, when I went out of state, and I bought property in a depressed area, and I bought 1,000 apartments on one block, and I didn't do my homework, I didn't know the market. It's really, the fixing-up part is pretty easy. You know how much stuff's going to cost. You got a budget. You know what you got to fix up and spend to fix the place up. But my biggest problem was not realizing that, when you have 1,000 apartments in one street, you're your own competition. You are the fucking whole market, and the market's only so big, so, you're going to be having a lot of vacant apartments, when you have 1,000 apartments. So, that was probably the only thing I really ever regret doing is that one building I bought. It was a tough project, but little Ben coming out there to save my ass.
All right, shout out 12. I currently own a duplex in California. I got it for $490K, March 2019. It's currently at $700K, but it's a fixer-up home. What do I do next?
All right, listen, if you made 200 grand, okay, in 2 years, 3 years, I mean, that's great. I mean, imagine if it's worth 700 grand now, what is it worth if you fixed it up? Why don't you try to pull some money out of it and fix it up some more? I don't know. But if it's only a duplex, I think you're maxed out in this market. 700 grand for a duplex. I can't imagine what the rents are. Where is it at? California?
Yeah, California.
I don't know. Maybe the rents are 3,000 a unit. Maybe they are, and it's worth 700 grand. But either sell it and take the 200 grand and run, refinance it, put some money in your pocket if you can. But if you want to make another move, you're going to need cash. Depends on how much cash you got to work with. You could just leave it alone and say, okay, it's cash flowing and I'm doing well, but if you want to grow and you need the money, you got to tap into that equity.
All right, shout out JC. Thank you for the $5. Ben, if I buy an apartment building, is it true the rent can go towards the down payment?
The rent goes to the down payment? That's a new one on me. I mean, basically, you're buying the apartment building. You don't start collecting the rent until you buy it. So how is it going to go towards the down payment? It's not your money yet. What you can do is you can make deals with sellers, and they can take a second mortgage on it or, help you loan you the down payment. That's possible. But I never heard of using future rent as a down payment. I don't know. You have to explain that one to me.
All right. Let's do this one real quick. Thank you for the $5. Hey, Ben, I'm a senior college student with 25 grand saved up, not an American, so taking a loan isn't an option. Not sure how to invest it. Do you have any advice?
I mean, if you're a senior college student, the most important thing is, listen, you better get your degree and you better focus on whatever the hell you went to college for. All right. And get that part of your life stable and situated. Okay. Then worry about going into real estate later on. And once you're established, because once you're established and the banks will be loaning you money, you can, even if you're not, I don't know if you're going to work in this country, we give non-citizens, loans or any, or in the country you're from, whatever. The point is, get your life in order, graduate and focus on your career and what's going to protect you for the rest of your life. Whatever you studied in school, get that job, get that salary, and stabilize your life. Then worry about and keep saving every dime you can. All right. But just don't try to bite off more than you can chew right now. All right. Right now, you got to focus on what's going to protect me for the rest of my life. And hopefully, whatever you spent 4 years in college learning is going to lead to a career that's going to provide you enough money to live on and have a decent life, for the rest of your life till you retire. And then you can do real estate on the side or, jump away from it when you can make enough money in something else.
All right. Shout out Exai Gu Hyde. Thank you for the $9.99. Hey, Ben, thanks for all the advice and everything. Best channel on YouTube. I just passed my Florida real estate license from exam yesterday. You inspired me to go take my test. Love to take you to engine number 9 someday.
Engine 9, baby. Engine 9. All right. That's the best burger in anywhere you're going to find. Well, congratulations. You got your license. Now you got to figure out where to hang that license.
Yep.
And you want to go and get around an office or people that are making money. Don't waste your time with people ain't going to help you and ain't interested in you helping them so they can help you. Go to an office that's making money, that's going to, let you in and just start learning the ropes and getting latch on to somebody that's already making big commissions and got contacts.
Yep. And then shout out Brandon Thaxton for the $5 for the last super chat of the night. Thank you.
All right. It's been fun. Listen, you better hurry up. I was told we still got rooms available. We're going to sell out this time. You either come Saturday night or do the Sunday show. We're all we're all the people that said, hey, I can't come on Saturday. It's the Sabbath. Well, I'm doing a Sunday show. So get your ticket where you at. Sunday afternoon, Saturday night, just be there. Get your ticket now. Don't let me down. Adios,
All right.
amigos.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Aaron, go to bed.
I am.